WURP Braddock. WURP Braddock. Pittsburgh's new talk radio station is 1550 The Edge. This is the Don and Mike Show. Want to participate in a Don and Mike Show contest? How about this? You or a member of your household can only win once for 60 days. You must comply with any age limitations and restrictions for each contest. For complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Don and Mike Show, 10800 Main Street, Fairfax, Virginia, 22030. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Yeah. Baby, it's cold outside.
Do you see what has just happened?
What happened to you?
What I hold in my hand.
What is that?
That looks like a button.
It looks almost like a children's Lego.
Yes, it does.
But it is, in my knowledge, a button that goes to a switch.
It's an important part of the control board.
Yes, as we've said for years, the control board falling apart. There is no way it can function with the pieces flying.
As they do.
The only reason that you would need that button is if you wanted to adjust the sound of your microphone.
It is called, technically, an attenuator or a potentiometer.
Right.
I knew you'd jump in with that because that's the way your brain works.
Let's start today's show with the Get Well Wish for our good friend Fez Wadley.
Yeah,
who
that's
suffered.
I'm sad to hear that.
Suffered what we are hearing is not a major heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Fez used to be with the Ron and Fez. Oh, he still is with the Ron and Fez show.
Still is.
Now
Thank
on
God.
XM Radio. Yeah, thank God. Anyway, we hope you get better, Fez. We love Ron and Fez. They're good guys.
Yeah.
Good.
I would have figured Ron.
Good friends of the show.
Yeah.
I would have figured Ron first.
That anger beneath the surface.
Stephen,
Yeah.
this is a reminder.
But Fez, I hope Fez, he's feeling better. He's going to get the angio thing, right? The angioplasty and all that?
Yes.
Ron doesn't even report his heart attacks anymore. For a while they were a concern, but now not so much.
Get well soon, Fezzy.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the first message we want to give out to Fez Wadley, Fez Marie Wadley. Also, don't forget, it's now just 2 days away until the return of the Fighting Gutter Balls.
Yeah.
Your Fighting Gutter Balls against the Fighting Pinheads.
We are back.
It's our exciting bowling team.
Oh, yeah. It's show bowling.
You know, you didn't say that with a great deal of conviction. It's tough to say that. Exciting and bowling team in the same sentence.
Show bowling.
It's our way to reach out and touch.
It's our exciting bowling team.
It's exciting bowling.
It's
It's exciting XXX rated bowling action.
the balls versus the heads.
All right.
And it's Wednesday night at Bowl America, right here in Toothless, Fairfax, VA. You always know it's a good location when you say that you're going to be making an appearance, well, in this case, inside the Fairfax Circle Shopping Mall.
Yes, and Bowl America in Fairfax will never be the same.
Nope.
It's going to be steaming hot bowling action.
That's right.
Got it. So come on out. We'd love to meet you Wednesday night.
Yeah.
It's the Gutter Balls against the Pinheads. And balls,
Yes.
please, all balls, try to wear your red shorts.
The red shirt.
Your red shirts. When I say shorts, your red shirts.
The
don't
black
know.
and red shirt.
I don't have mine.
Well, you don't have any of yours?
I don't know.
You know, thank God, since we had the bowling team.
I know I have a bowling shirt.
I've lost almost 90 pounds now, and I put the purple one on today.
Yeah.
And really, the sleeves almost came down to where the sleeve, like halfway down my
I think I have my purple one.
The magic of the bowling shirt is since we've bowled, I've put
What do
on
you mean
almost
red
70
ones?
pounds.
When did we have red ones?
We had red and black. And
We have
purple
red and black, and then we have purple and black, and then we have the very first paper-thin blue ones.
The baby blue ones,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Even if you put on 70 pounds, your bowling shirt still fits, apparently.
That's true.
All right.
It's
So
good.
anyway, that's just my recommendation. When you look good as a team, you play good as a team.
That's right.
All the balls, we should be wearing our red shirts, our red
We should
jerseys.
have new uniforms.
No, Mike.
We should have new uniforms.
Let's see how this goes Wednesday night.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Buzz just had.
Listen, that Mr. Athleticism doesn't want to play anyway.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, but I mean, you would poo-poo it, of
Last
course.
week we had too many players. I simply volunteered to rotate with somebody. I'm going to play. I'm looking forward to it.
You're going to bowl. It's going to be triple X-rated bowl.
That's right.
It's all about I love the action.
It'll be
If I
fun.
can quote a guy that was sitting next to me at a blackjack table, he said, I love the action.
Oh, boy.
It's our exciting bowling team.
With his
So that's,
diamond-encrusted crucifix.
That's Wednesday night. Now, before we...
Those are the best kind.
Now,
This
Mike,
is
you
a
were in Atlantic
reminder,
City, and boy,
seconds from
trust me, we've got
disaster
8
happened
million,
on 4 or 5
thousand,
minutes on
gazillion,
National
jillion,
Geographic.
billion things to get to today.
Good.
So let's just start.
I love the action of this show.
Let's start right here with our good friend James Brown, JB from Fox NFL Sunday.
Ah, did he?
Yep, we sent him 1,000 hillbilly insults for Terry Bradshaw. And, well, this is what happened on Fox NFL Sunday yesterday.
Yeah, this just in here. This from Chicago. From Chicago, that truck of chickens you ordered, the truck blew over.
From the Don and Mike show, I've got about 1,000 responses to get to you. I may be portly, but I don't give my dates at family reunions. That's what JB. Rapid fire segment. That's up next. Thanks, Don and Mike.
That's all right.
Very nice.
I don't get my dates at family reunions.
Very nice.
That's okay.
I might be portly.
I might be portly.
He put his own spin on it.
I was laughing watching that show yesterday. They got a wide shot of the desk, and, you know, watching it in high def, you can see almost everything. And it looks like, because
great.
Beth Ann has told me that she's actually overnighted out what appears to be like a movie script. Where
Right.
really it's like 48 pages
Wow.
of printed insults. And on the set of Fox NFL Sunday, I'll be goddamned if they're not sitting right there next to him.
That's fantastic.
So anyway, one
and he
more.
gave us a little credit. That's good.
Very nice.
Thank you. One more time. Here's James Brown.
Yeah, this just in here. This from Chicago. From Chicago, that truck of chickens you ordered, the truck blew over.
From the Don and Mike show, I've got about 1,000 responses to get to you. I may be portly, but I don't give my dates at family reunions. That's what JB. Rapid fire segment. That's up next. Thanks, Don and Mike.
That's great.
You did all
right. Fantastic.
Thank you, JB. Oh, and one more thing before we start the show. I always love when we have 8,000 tapes. And I know everybody, especially Buzz, is a big fan of the George Bush tapes.
Oh, I love those.
And we have some more of them now.
I listened to them over the weekend.
These
Laugh.
are new Bush tapes.
New ones, good.
Not old ones, new ones.
We cannot let terrorists and road.
Oh, and also, please be advised that what we've done is we've put them to some popular techno-pop music.
The kids
There's
will
nothing like New Bush.
That's right.
Here we go.
We cannot let terrorists and rogue nations hold this nation hostile or hold our allies hostile. Prisons like Abu Ghraib, the frankly mood of the world would have been astounded. In my state of the union, or my speech to the nation, whatever you want to call it, nobody can threaten this country. Oh, they may be able to bomb a buildings. Let me speak with the American people about the situation in Iraq. This has been tough weeks in that country. We say to seniors, we understand how important prescription drug coverage. So prescription drugs will be an integral part of the Medicare plan.
What?
Some of the other members of the crew are here as well. Where are they, Robbie? Where are the members of your crew? Well, they must have couldn't pass the security check.
Wow.
Oh, I love it.
4 more years.
I do love it.
See, this is why I'm going to keep it in my pants. We got another one. Even better.
Those are great.
Even better one. And then I guess we can do this as well before the start of the show. Yesterday was a
good enough.
Yesterday was a great NFL Sunday. I mean, on some ways, at least for me personally, it was bad. Lost my fantasy game. Lost to Buzz. Congratulations,
Wow, thank
Buzz.
you. Thank you.
But on the other hand, I'm happy. The Packers kicked the Falcons' ass.
Right.
The Green Bay game was great, I thought, because I'm a Packers fan. A lot of games went down to the wire. The Patriots game went down to the wire. Redskins game.
Yeah.
Down to the wire.
That's for sure.
Here's the deal.
Devastating.
The Washington Redskins are losing to Tampa Bay.
Right.
They're beating Tampa Bay, I'm sorry. Tampa Bay comes back, they score a touchdown. All they got to do is kick the extra point and they go to overtime. There's a minute left in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Redskins are offsides. So they move the ball like 6 inches from the end zone.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers come up, they line up, they give it to big old Mike Allstott, number 40, and boom, touchdown right there.
Yeah.
Game is over.
Right.
Now, devastating loss for the Washington Redskins. Here on WJFK, we're the flagship station for the Redskins. So we get the tape of the locker room show.
Oh, good.
Now, this is where the announcers...
Now, the Alstott thing was a 2-point conversion, right?
Right.
Yeah. What they did was...
It wasn't a touchdown. It was a 2-point conversion.
I'm sorry, Mike.
They moved it after the penalty.
I miscommunicated that.
Yeah, they moved it closer.
They could have easily kicked the extra point
and sent it into overtime.
Instead, Gruden had some balls
to try it because they got the penalty.
Yeah, so he says we're going to go for 2, and if we lose, we lose, and if we don't, we don't.
And they didn't.
So they win. Now, after the game, it's time for the Redskins locker room show.
Yay!
Which of course is whored up like everything else on this station.
Insane.
Sponsored
with commercials. Now, the tone during a loss. During a regular season loss is always, I would call it, it's not quite funeral home, but it's very down. Now, the mood yesterday in the locker room when they're trying to do the interviews.
Oh, my God.
Was like, seriously, the president had just been killed.
It was truly amazing the way that I've never heard.
Brother, what can I do to help you?
Listen, I just mean that, rhetorically. Any president. It's like...
Right.
The mood
this is
was
a reminder. Seconds from disaster has
devastating
been
loss,
for
Larry.
11 minutes
I
on
don't
National
know if we can
Geographic.
find any players to even come over.
They were whispering
to us
lower than they whisper ever, but they still managed to get some plugs in there.
They do, and by way of giving you something here, let's first hear Redskins play-by-play announcer Larry Michael.
Yes.
This is in the locker room
Somber
after the loss to Tampa Bay.
Beyond somber,
Okay. Yeah, he's down, but listen to him. He's a pro. Let him get to him get the plug in.
Can give us a lift next week because we got 2 tough games at home, and it's going to be a big deal for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Wow. All right, Coach Joe Gibbs in the locker room.
How
As always, brought to you by
is.
Canada's Government Marketing Division, providing Carmen Criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
Wow.
It's like...
Yes, we...
Listen, we don't want to upset the players, but for the love of God, make sure you get the sponsors.
Having some problem getting the players over, Larry. You know that Memphis barbecue? They actually cater all of the games here.
This is really devastating. We're having trouble getting the players. Remember, eat fresh.
Okay, let's hear one more. Here's Sonny Jurgensen, Hall of Famer, trying to give some guy an iPod.
Right.
Trying to give some guy on the Redskins an iPod.
A lucky winner.
After they just lost the game.
Maybe we wouldn't come down to something like that.
Well, they're appearing on our show. Meyer Emco Audio Video has a 20-gig Apple iPod for you. And,
I appreciate it.
and if you want a home theater system, they can do that for you, too.
Okay.
Log on to MeyerMco.com.
All right. Thanks,
Liddell.
That is advertising value.
You know what? Sonny brings a little more to the table than Larry does.
Yeah, because with Sonny, you get the impression that he's down, as all the Redskins fans are down about this, but he's doing his job. He's getting it. Larry is sneaking it in. Larry thinks if he says the plug's too loud, he's going to get yelled at.
Right.
And how come nobody at this station has the foresight, whether it's win or lose, you have that crap taped?
Mm-hmm.
You've got the guy, the announcer says, the Redskins postgame is brought to you by blah, 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 blah. Now, let's go to the locker. Instead of making these guys, they're standing in front of half-naked, beautiful, gigantic specimens of men.
When I listened to it, what I felt was I was listening to men who were worried that they were going to get their asses kicked.
Yeah, that's what I think.
They were afraid of angering the players because they would be hurt.
Absolutely.
Now, why wouldn't you just...
It's a feeling of danger. It's riveting radio.
You go and you go, Larry, talk in your normal Ted Baxter voice.
We're here in the locker room. A tough loss for the Redskins, but we're going to bounce back next week. Right. Let's get some baby. Now, listen, that was a tough day.
But no, it's this incredible.
Well,
we're so afraid.
Like somebody died.
Oh, my God, it's a game.
This is a reminder.
Got the 20 gigabit iPod for you. Liddell Betts from Meyer Emco.
Thank you, Liddell, for being on the show.
Okay, let's hear
Meyer
it.
Emco would like to give you an iPod. They can also do a home theater system.
Here's Larry, one more time, and then we'll start the show.
Can give us a lift next week because we got 2 tough games at home, and it's going to be a big deal for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Coach Joe Gibbs in the locker room.
how
It's always
difficult
brought to you
it
by
is.
Canada's Government Marketing Division, providing Carmen Criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
And the best is the exhale to make. I guess it's an inhale.
I don't know if I can make it through this plug, but I'll try. Jeez.
Oh, that is classic.
The whole time they were down there, it was the same thing. Here you go. Here's your iPod.
Well, Larry.
Sorry, I've got an iPod for you.
And then you got this.
Yeah, this just in here. This from Chicago. From Chicago, that truck of chickens you ordered, the truck blew over.
From the Don and Mike Show, I've got about 1,000 responses to get to you. I may be portly, but I don't get my dates at family reunions. That's Return JD. Rapid fire segment is up next. Thanks, Don and Mike.
The Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi there. I was alone. No, we're really going to start the show now.
Yeah, right. I'm pulling your way.
Hello.
Go ahead, pull. Take a pull, maybe. Okay. Hi, Don and Mike.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. Maybe you get a prize.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hi there.
Oh, hi there. I know it's time. It's time for my favorite game. Trying to figure out how Jewish Rob Spiewak is.
Yes.
Do you have a game for me today?
I do.
Okay, what is it?
Let's say the new logo for 106.7 Free FM looks like spattered, sick blood.
It does look like a blood from CSI. Blood splatter.
But sick blood. Now, there's 64 dots of blood in the logo. That blood is me. 8 of those dots are Jewish.
Yeah.
Hi.
Very good.
It's me, Super Jew.
How's your marijuana love song?
Your what?
Marijuana love song.
Oh, the Paul song.
Yeah.
I forgot. Got to Get You Into My Life by the Beatles. Actually written about Paul McCartney's love of weed.
Yeah, he likes it.
I forgot that.
Why?
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. It's cobbler time and all the ships at sea. Today's big-ass word is angioplasty with Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Yeah. You stop that because we do love Fez on this show. We really do.
That word is going to save his life.
There you go. Seattle starts today's show. Don and Mike Show, and it's a new episode, everybody, on this Monday. 111405.
Hi, Don and Mike. Buzz Burbank here.
No, he's not retarded.
Let's say retarded. Here's how you can call the show from anywhere in America. There it is, 877-365-3636. From Canada, from Mexico, 800-636-1067. WJFK, Washington, D.C., 202-432-1067. We're also on the Internet, finally, on the Intronet.
New stream.
Go to donandmikewebsite.com, click on Listen Live, and if you have the pop-up blocker, good for you.
That's right.
Good for you.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I love the sound that makes.
That will take you to radiomat.com.
Right.
And from there, you can click on any of the strong streams that we have for this show. On the Washington station, the Las Vegas station, the Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We are streaming everywhere. We are streaming always. All right, as I mentioned, too much to get to today. Lots of stuff to get to. It's going to be hard today to get to all of this, Larry.
Don's last comment brought to you by Meyer Remco.
Mike, I want to mention that I want to thank you for coming into work today, even though I know you're depressed about the game. At some point for showing up today, Mike, we'd like to give you a $20 Tower Records gift card. Tower Records, Life's Play Loud.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. We want to make sure that none of these big men, much of them now sitting at their lockers with their jerseys still on. It seems to be a very depressing environment right now. This game, they lost the game.
Actually, the higher Sonny, I'm not as afraid as Larry. I'm a former player.
I am not. I have never played any sports in my life. I'm Larry Michael, and I did play-by-play for BattleBots.
Can give us a lift next week because we got 2 tough games at home, and it's going to be a big deal for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Like at a funeral.
All right,
Well,
Coach
you can
Joe Gibbs in the locker room.
How
As always, brought
difficult
to you
it
by
is.
Canada's Government Marketing Division, providing Carmen Criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
There are so many more. I understand there are more things in life that might be a little more tragic.
Well, Larry, we're here in downtown Dallas where John F. Kennedy has just had his head blown off.
Oh, yes, we're going to give you an iPod for that.
This is a reminder.
Fresh.
Seconds from disaster
Subway.
tag on for 20 minutes on National Geographic.
All the good people that sponsor this.
Larry?
Yeah.
Larry, we're here with the space shuttle has just blown to pieces in front of our eyes. It's a tragedy. And I'd like to mention Dairy Queen makes beautiful ice cream that's available 24 hours a day, even in outer space, Larry.
Hey, quarterback, I always feel better if I buy some top-quality Redskins merchandise. So, how about some Lay's potato chips? There we go.
Larry?
Sad, devastating.
I know many people out there listening consider Rosa Parks to be one of the real heroes of America. I agree, and there's no finer way to honor that woman than to go into your local Washington Redskins store and buy yourself the Clinton Portis jersey.
You're right about that, Sonny. And speaking of heroes, I mean, to take nothing away from Rosa Parks, but we've got some heroes sitting here in front of their lockers right now with their jerseys still on because they came into the game today that one team had to win and one team had to lose, and they lost it. And
of course, Larry, none of them
they're still here.
None of them want to talk to me, a former Hall of Famer, much less you, some faggot who couldn't throw the ball if it was painted on your arm and you had to throw it 2 inches in the air. Larry?
Sonny, you seem to be talking a little louder than I am, but I'm telling you that I'm afraid to raise my voice. I have distinct fear for my own personal safety
Larry,
in this room if I do raise my voice.
I'm not afraid physically. I'm afraid for my career. Mm-hmm. You know, I've got a big family to support. Can I say hello to Gary Pesh at the Old Virginia Tobacco Company?
Check out Gary's fine selection of great quality cigars. And,
yeah, it was a tough game.
Very devastating loss.
For the Redskins.
Devastating loss.
Lose in the final minute.
Unbelievably devastating.
Allstart's elbow. We all know it touched the ground.
See, I mean, if it's a home crowd decision, there's no place harder than you.
Thank God I took some more of Sam's medication before the locker room segment today.
Sam is making his way through the crowd right now. Sam, I know you're devastated.
This is a reminder. Seconds from disaster tagged in on for 23 minutes on National Geographic.
It was brought to you by horses. I love horses.
Maybe it wouldn't come down to something like that. They'll appearing on our show. Myramco Audio Video has a 20-gig Apple iPod for you.
Right.
And
I appreciate it.
And if you want a home theater system, they can do that for you, too. Okay. Log on to myramco.com.
All right.
Thanks, Liddell.
Thank you.
Hold on, would this be great? Okay, I'll be Liddell Betts. Okay. And I'm all hot after the game. Hold on, here we go.
Maybe it wouldn't come down to something like that.
Yeah, like that, something like that.
Appearing on our show. Myramco Audio Video has a 20-gig Apple iPod.
F you, old man!
I appreciate it. And if you
want, give me a piece of crap iPod. I lost a friggin' game.
That for you, too. Okay.
I don't want that crap. Get out of here with your commercials.
That's what they're afraid of. They don't want that reaction.
Right.
But, Sonny, I am mad at you. You're a player. You know what I'm mad at? Where's that boy, Larry Michael?
I'm over here cowering in the corner. I would like to mention that Mr. Betts' anger is brought to you by...
I'm going to beat your ass.
Please don't hit me. Don't hurt me. So, listen, as I fear for my safety right here, I want to mention that everyone's temper in the locker room is brought to you by the Innova Healthcare System. Taking care of injuries of bone breaks and everything like that. So.
All right, well, you get our point. Yes. And we'll have, I think now, well, maybe they're going to lock those tapes up from us now.
I think so.
But I think Johnny in the back room is going through the Redskins broadcast, the locker room show, to see if we can find some more examples of your broadcasters.
I have to agree with Charles Mann in the postgame show yesterday, though. That was some home cooking.
And
Thank
Mike,
you.
I consider, you can say what you like, and I don't mean this as a slight towards our fighting men and fighting women,
right,
or our policemen and firemen and teachers, but the real heroes are the guys that can go into a losing locker room and carry themselves with dignity like Larry can.
Absolutely.
Right. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
That can keep an even head.
As G. Gordon Liddy once
even
said
keel,
to me,
rather.
Face your fear.
Mm-hmm.
Face your fear, and you'll be better for it.
You know, the one thing I take issue with, because I was listening in the car coming back home, and I was out of range of the radio station, and they didn't give a score. They didn't give a score, and I couldn't tell who had lost the game.
Oh.
It was really, really hard to tell.
Listen to the
I really
inflection.
couldn't tell.
You know, those guys. Listen,
Those guys, that's the greatest thing about that broadcasting team. And now Larry's kind of late to the party on this, but when it was Frank, Sonny, and Sam, you could always tell more than any other broadcaster.
If they're winning, they sound drunk and high.
Right.
And if they're losing, they sound like they're drunk and high, but boy, they're crashing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, oh, we're out of money, we're out of hookers.
And there's a little anger there, too. You know, so I don't understand.
Stephen, this is
All
a
right,
reminder.
let's start today's show. I know that
for 26
our very own
minutes
Beth
on
Ann
National
McBride
Geographic.
has something she would like to share with us.
Hello?
Come in here.
Okay.
Please.
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 Now enter mouth.
Mouth.
Here she comes. Beth Ann McBride.
Yay.
Where is she? Where is she at? Come on.
Hi.
Okay. How do you do? So, gosh, you can keep a secret, girl. We just said you can. Nobody keeps a secret like Beth Ann McBride. Beth Ann, this will not appear to be too forced,
right?
Beth Ann, what's
up?
What's new with you?
Nothing. What's new with you?
Oh, stop it!
Now you're lying because I'm keeping this job. I mean, I'm staying at this job.
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Oh, besides winning my game last night with fantasy football.
You won?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I hadn't won for 6 weeks.
But
That'll be an asterisk.
Anything else new?
Yeah.
What's new with you, Beth Ann?
I'm going to be leaving.
At the end of the show?
At the end of this break?
At the end of the show.
No! Okay. Why are you leaving? Please be honest.
I will, financially. It's a financial decision.
Do you have a better job?
Yeah.
So
I love this job. There's no better job better than this job.
Well, we've loved having you here.
Yeah.
So this is devastating news for all of us. We'd like to present you with an iPod. Announcing your resignation on the
20 gig iPod.
Yes, Beth Ann is leaving us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
we are
right.
very sad about.
So why?
this.
Tell us why you're leaving. Please be honest.
I
Why
am
are you
being
leaving?
honest. I'm leaving because
Why are you
I
leaving?
can't afford to live here anymore. It's been fun. I've taken too much money out of my plastic surgery CD. I have three CDs in the bank. Plastic surgery.
Oh, I thought it was like a CD that had operations on it or something.
Certificate of
Talking about a
deposit.
certificate of deposit, right?
And plastic surgery.
Right.
For my house that I will never be able to afford if I continue to live here.
Now you're leaving for a job that we can't talk about. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Through the government.
But it's
now, way to go! You've outed her. Okay, way to go, Scooter Libby.
I'm sorry.
It's a radio job that you want, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. You could say.
Well, no. Hold on a second.
Now,
Can we talk about my plastic surgery money?
No. What do you mean? You guess we could say you are. What is it? Because you're worried about that station down there? I mean. Okay. Yes, she is. Okay.
So the money they're going to be paying you more money down there, and you're in a more cost-effective area. Is that it? Did I give something away there?
That's okay. Yeah, that's exactly.
But it's cost of living
yeah,
primarily.
Lower cost of living.
I mean,
greater savings.
And you're leaving before we've turned you into a diamond here.
This
You know, which
is
is what
a
happens
now,
through the
really,
pressure.
I think what we want to know,
Disaster
and what
29
probably
minutes
people
on
want,
National
who are listening want to
Geographic.
know, really cut through the crap.
Has anyone touched
I'm
you?
cutting through the crap.
Has anyone touched you?
I've been no.
Has anyone
why
touched you?
I'm sorry.
Why are you quitting? Because
I can't afford to live here. I can no longer afford to have this job. 4 times since I've been here in a year and a half, a year and 7 months, I've had to call up my bank and go, "Can you please move some money over?" And I thought, I can't do that. I can no longer do that. Not at my age. Not at this stage. I can't do it.
okay, are you leaving because Mike and I, more specifically me, treat you like just dirt?
No. No.
Yell at you, scream at you, make you cry on the radio, as you did 2 weeks ago.
Well, I think I cried because I knew I was leaving and I was sad. So that's.
Did you cry before you? Yeah, that's right. You cried before that.
It was very
And you knew this
hard.
was coming, huh?
Yeah, I knew that.
Huh. How long have you been wrestling with this? Or have you wrestled
No,
with
I
it?
have. Since the last time I moved money over. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah. I can't. I'm financially hemorrhaging. I'm sorry. I've enjoyed. I hope.
No.
I love this job. I wish I could win the lottery. I played the lottery and I tried to win, so I could just have this job because I loved
That's
it.
the problem. You blew away your money on lottery tickets.
I would only buy one, Buzz.
Oh, okay.
All right, see, listen.
Have you thought about a webcam?
You are leaving for more money. Is that yes? No? I mean, come on.
The cost of living.
I don't
want
to put the words in your friggin' mouth.
I'm leaving because I'll be making about the same. But there, it's like woohoo.
Cost of living.
Yeah, I mean,
much less.
I no longer can decide whether to take my dog to the vet or have my car fixed. I don't want to have to make a decision. I should be able to pay for them both. Does that make sense? Is that bad?
Tuscaloosa is lovely this time of year.
Buzz, you don't know how close you are.
He doesn't.
but let's not discuss that because that's the one thing that Beth
Is it a quality of life issue also? Besides just the money, is it a quality of life thing?
It's just purely the money.
It's purely the money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's a drag?
And my daughter didn't seem like she was going to move out of my house anytime soon.
Oh, really?
So you hope to leave her behind?
No, what I'm saying is, unfortunately, my situation is I'm the provider for a family of two.
Well, we're going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you.
Let's say here comes Joe. Why is Joe
first off,
coming in?
Joe, you don't get the job.
G-Man!
I don't want it, but I'm not going anywhere.
I know you're not.
Joe
Don't worry
gives
about
the
it.
big thumbs
At one
up.
point, I actually
Joe.
thought of marrying someone to have a second income. I didn't care if they wanted to be in this country, whatever it was. Just to
Well,
have a
you're
second
desperate to do that anyway, so I mean, I don't think that's the money. So that's it, huh? So it's a money thing.
Now let's get some things out in the open, really, because now and Beth Ann's going to stay with us through the transition. You know,
to your anniversary.
yeah, that's right. She'll be here through the anniversary, and that's when and say the boy's going to get the job.
Yes,
we're going to make
congratulations,
Rob the
Rob.
producer, and Rob will still be here in the studio,
That's
and
excellent.
we'll move John Norman up, and we figure out how
With
to.
Rob, it will be his second time at the rodeo.
National
That's right.
Geographic.
I missed it.
And we missed
He's
you.
gonna be
Wanting to
good.
get back at it. Because it went so well last time.
This will be better.
Come on, you big log. You'll do great.
That's right.
I tell you what, you will never forget the Sharpies, will you?
No, I never will. You never ask.
You
Hi,
can
BA.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, let's get to. Well, here we have some calls. It would be great if any of this stuff worked. Well,
I won't miss that.
I know you won't
Yeah.
miss that.
Okay.
For
Take
goodness
us
sakes.
with you.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why they can't free up the money to pay you.
Here we go. Hello there.
We have our antiquated control board here.
Don and Mike show. Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing, Dynamite?
We're doing very well, thank you.
Hey, what are we going to do with B.A. gone, man? You guys give her a raise. Keep her here.
No, it's okay.
You guys going to
All
keep her
right.
here?
All right.
All right, we will.
Hey,
No, listen.
I don't want
May
them to. It is
May
not
I,
you
may I
guys.
tell you something? Now, this is where I have to say something that I got to be careful because of legal issues.
Right, of course.
There have been people who have worked on the show before who I have thought have not made the amount of money they should make, and I've helped them out and given them money, and that has turned out to be a very bad legal situation
Bad business.
for me to be in.
Yeah,
The
I mean, if anybody would do it, you would do it personally, but you can't do that
The
anymore.
company has come to me and said, you can't give her a raise. You can't pay. We pay her.
Yeah.
But beyond that, come on, really. Now that all the cards are out there on the table.
Okay.
Okay. Like when you would come in and you would talk about your sex life.
Right.
You talk about doing it on the floor in front of the mirror.
That's not what I said. That's what you assumed, but a mirror is involved.
I'll never
Okay.
forget that.
You would have this conversation,
Right.
and I told you when you quit that one of the things I love about you is your on-air persona. That you would tell things in a way, but then you would say crap to me off the air, like you'd say, "God, that was so freeing. I've never said anything like that before in my life." Yet you never say that crap on the radio. So what I want to know is what is the real reason that you're leaving? No, Beth Ann? Word of
Honestly,
Christ, I'm serious here.
I know you are.
Are you leaving because of not even so much Mike, who I know is your favorite, but me? Have I pushed you out because of the way that I am?
If anything, the reason I continue to stay is because of you. And because of Mike, and because of Buzz, and because of Rob. This was very hard. Mom, it's true. I grew to love you.
I'm seriously asking this question. When you were dealing with the people upstairs and dealing with it, were they given an opportunity to change this? Or, did you go to them and say, I need this? And, was your financial situation expressed to them?
I think when I was told, I'm happy for you, but sad for us. I mean, they weren't going to do anything.
That's odd, because I've always found if you go to management and you explain that you need more money, they're very helpful.
Really?
I guess that answers that. So you vibed on them that there was no point in pursuing that.
I can't be the only one here who feels like this sometimes.
I think so.
Am I right?
I mean, for being honest here, I'm going to ask you an honest question then.
Okay.
That if they were to come to you and say, hey, we'll pay you this instead of that, is it so much, the cost of living so much in this area that, it would have to be, you think it would be prohibitive to even require that?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you,
I think this is great for Rob, and it's great for John, and, I'll miss you guys. I mean, do you not believe me? I'm telling you the truth?
I believe you.
No, I don't.
But it is the truth.
I've always been more gullible than you.
I don't.
Why would I lie now? I mean, really?
Why not?
Because it's the truth.
I mean, why not?
How many people have really, I have spent
All right, I swear to God, I won't reveal this, but write down what you make.
Okay.
And write down seriously the figure that it would take for them to keep you here.
This area.
Seriously. If you're talking that it's purely money, I'm asking you legitimate.
There you go.
It's a hypothetical.
Because, I'm curious. You understand this is just curious, and I'm not going to give anything away here. Okay, she's writing down she makes $11,500.
All right.
Should be fun.
And it would take 12.
Okay, that's what she's making, and that's what she wants.
Really?
Yeah. That's why we're saying goodbye, Beth Ann, today.
You remember that movie 7?
Do I?
One of
Really?
them was Greed.
Yeah, is that...
No.
Can I have my cards back?
Okay.
That's a shame.
Well, but... I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
That's yours.
Thank you. Oh, the Sharpie? Thank you. Anyway, I think you're fabulous, and I'm very sad that you're leaving.
You're really the best we've ever had. I really do believe that. I do believe that. And it sucks. It sucks that...
I hope I made a difference, and I did a good job. I tried.
You work your ass off.
I wish.
You do.
Still here.
Still wearing the corduroys.
Yeah, I love them.
Yes, the corduroys are still on.
But now, come on. Did I push you away?
No. You kept me here.
Here's going to be the perception.
Really.
Here's the perception. It's going to be, again, the Don and Mike show goes through yet another producer. Because and not even Mike. This is my cross to bear.
I have my moments.
No, but it's my cross to bear. That I know that already. It's that jerk. That ass. What did that ass do? What did that, what did he do to push you over the edge? Because you cry so easy.
I do. Right around period time.
No, you only cried one time.
No, but it's a tough job. I think that's the nature.
Job.
But I also think the nature of the job is very difficult. You have to have a very, very...
It's so great you're quitting, and I feel like freaking Rosie O'Donnell, because Rosie O'Donnell went through producers like I go through underpants, and we would always say, well, it's got to be Rosie O'Donnell.
It's not Rosie. It's not you. The reason I stayed this long is because you've been nothing but kind and supportive, and I've learned so much from you. I've learned from you. But I've really learned from Don, and you would... If I felt bad, you would lift me up. I mean, I don't want to get all weird here, but, you were the reason I moved my money.
I'd go upstairs and ask him for that other number.
Mike, we've decided to move in another direction.
Oh, okay.
Right. We've already, and besides, she's already made her mind up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She's gone. All right. Well, I'm just,
that was sweet. They're never going to do that. That's okay.
I didn't know that.
That's
See, I'm really not involved in the day-to-day operations of that nature. So, but I know the one thing about you, and that's unfortunate too. I mean, that sucks because people don't know people don't know a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that have happened in the past with Mr. Alleged Ogre over here. And
how many people would
at risk to himself has gotten involved in that,
right.
And when the company wouldn't step up, very, very frustrating. Now people say, "Hey, we make a lot of money." Yeah, we do, but in the past he has done that.
We do make a lot of money, and I like spreading it around. But the problem is, seriously, the company said no.
Yeah, because you got bitten in the ass the last time you did it.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's all we can say on it. Mm-hmm.
And really, that says something about who would ever take money out of their own pocket to give to another employee.
I would because I think you're worth it.
Well, thank you.
But anyway, so...
I love you guys. I'll miss you guys. I'll think of you every day. It's the truth.
We'll think of you for a while.
Here comes Joe again.
I'm going to miss the most.
Hi, Joe.
Why don't you start a website and sell T-shirts on it?
Joe.
I have a friend who did that, and he's only sold like 5 clown shirts or something like that. So.
Clownfish.
Well, congratulations.
Well,
Because I know that the job that you're going to go do is the one that you really want to do. I mean, come on.
Well, that's true,
Based
too.
on our conversations.
I mean, really, because it's not purely that.
But
right.
I mean, we're not going to be offended by you saying that. You also, it is money, but it also...
You like all parts of radio.
Right, and it'll be nice to be able to say, I want this and I want it now, to be able to be the person in a position to change things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't say I'm in that position outside of
Will we be able to get another affiliate based on this?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get you voice work before I leave. There's lots of little things I'm going to do before I leave.
All right. Very nice.
Oh, okay, then.
Affiliate is more important than the voice work at this stage.
Do you want an affiliate before I leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think what he's saying is he wants, at the job you're going to that we're not talking about, where you're going to be involved in more than one radio station.
Exactly.
That perhaps one of those stations should sign on. But then again, Mike, don't we have enough affiliates already, and no offense, PA, like in Butt Scratch, Alabama?
Yeah, but every little one helps. So to speak. Whatever.
It hurts. Anyway, we'll miss you.
I'll miss you, too.
We will miss you.
Just as a reminder,
don't forget to write.
From
I'll email. Can I call?
Incidentally, before you leave, one last thing. Thanks for getting all those pictures for the restaurant wall.
Oh,
Christ, I won't miss that.
Did you ever?
How many did I get? I got William
0.
Shatner. I got somebody.
You didn't.
I got William. I got somebody.
Chicklets.
Did you ever look up that Randy Van Warmer song?
No, I didn't. Because I couldn't remember his last name.
Okay, when Beth Ann originally came to me last week, said, got to make this decision. Oh, and you should know she's a stand-up guy. She came all the way to my house.
Wow.
Okay, so imagine my surprise. I opened the door.
You thought this was the moment.
Right. I was
Hey, big boy, here to make you feel better.
Walking around like Will Ferrell and Anchorman.
Yeah.
And go, and I go, oh, it's Beth Ann.
Yeah.
And she said, I just have to tell you that, this is the way that I feel, and we're going to do this. And I was going to say something nice about you, but now I'm thinking about that Will Ferrell scene.
Yeah.
In Anchorman, you never seen that? Where he's walking around, he's got a
stand-up guy,
anyway,
Bill O'Reilly.
So she came by and she said, "There's, we got to do this, and it's something you've wanted to do for a long time. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck."
So just to understand it, it's the money and also something you've wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll still miss you guys.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we get her a Christmas present?
No.
Okay.
No. No way.
No,
I was going to get you something.
No,
good.
no.
You should.
Well,
you're going to be making
mail it.
You're going to be making $20,000 more a year.
Yeah, you got to go buy it down there. Where you can, buy like an iPod for 12 cents.
Maybe you could quilt us something.
Go to south of the border.
Okay.
Go nutty.
How many radio stations are there in Appalachia anyway?
You'd be surprised.
Well, anyway, that's the wonderful Beth Ann McBride. She really is a great producer.
She has been wonderful. She will be sorely missed.
A nice person.
Very big help to me in particular. And now, there you go.
Thank you.
It's your turn, boy.
Okie doke.
Don't F it up.
What could possibly?
I hate to fire my best friend.
It's so funny when if you could see his face, he was okie doke. Oh Jesus, Carrie. Oh Jesus,
He's
God.
He's gonna be great.
He's gonna be fine.
Are you going to mention the other change that we're making, too?
What other change?
The other guy?
Oh, John?
Yeah.
I think I did mention
Did you
John.
mention that? Because that's I'm excited about that.
That is me, too.
Joe should know that, while everybody seems to be moving up, once again, life has slapped Joe Ardinger.
Yes.
Joe will be remaining in his bottom rung position.
Which he loves.
Our friend, the crooked commissioner, Johnny Norman, will be moving into like a liaison, Rob, Beth Ann type role. So that Rob will be able to still be here in the studio, but won't have to worry about the producer crap, the day-to-day crap that Beth Ann has to worry about.
We did well with that, and that's a guy that deserves a shot.
I agree.
I think it's going to be fantastic.
It'll be fun, too. Fun to have on board.
He will miss his current job.
This is a reminder. Seconds from disaster has been on for 44 minutes on National Geographic.
So anyway, that's BA's announcement, and
so you look at the BA era on the Don and Mike show will be much like the retrospective of Saturday Night Live they did with the 80s.
Wow.
I'm joking. I'm kidding, of course.
Our show ain't that bad.
Oh, Was that a suck fest or what?
Listen, I only caught moments because I was going between the football game and that.
I watched it just to torture myself.
Here is where I wanted to puke, where Jim Belushi is being interviewed. And they've got the chroma key background, and it's like a map of the Stars' houses, and it says Fernando's Hideaway.
Yeah.
It's got like the Pump You Up guys.
It was horrible. It was a horrible era for Saturday Night Live.
It's Jim Belushi describing how nervous he was the first time he was on the show as Captain Kangaroo, and what it really meant with the memory of his brother. And then they go to Joe Piscopo.
Oh, and really the whole gist, if you watch the whole thing, the whole gist of this was bringing Piscopo up to the level of Eddie Murphy, which was so insane. And they were talking about how they kept Joe Piscopo and Eddie Murphy on when they fired everybody else. And it's just BS. Eddie Murphy was the only star that emerged out of that era as far as, really going on. At the tail end, when you had Dana Carvey and Phil Hartman and John Lovitz, it was a little bit better. But I couldn't even name these people that were involved after the 70s.
Mike, there was a lot of Mary Gross.
Mary Gross.
There was a lot of Mary Gross. There was a lot of Brad Hall.
And certainly a lot of Lorne Michaels. And here's the key.
But hold on. One more name I got to throw out. Yeah. I always hated the guy on the show. Gary Kroger.
Who was Gary Kroger the gay guy?
Weren't they all?
The guy that had like the dyed blonde crew cut?
No. Terry Sweeney.
No, you're right about that.
Yeah.
No, Terry Sweeney's a girl, Rob.
Yeah, what? No, Terry Sweeney was a regular in like 85 or 6, the Anthony Michael Hall season.
But here, they rejoined from commercials. Almost every commercial they came back with Kevin Nealon doing the map bit. That's how bad Saturday Night Live was during that era. Yeah. That's how much of a suckfest it was. And they made this big deal out of it. And what it was this is a terrible era in television following a phenomenal era, a culture-changing era of television. And they're sitting there talking about crap.
Yes.
It made no sense.
Glorified.
They're happy that the show was bad. I mean, they're not happy. They're saying, look, we're being honest about it. And then you've got Lorne Michaels, who really needed a box of handy wipes next to him because it was just...
God.
Listen, as a guy who is into that a lot, pleasuring myself...
Right.
Last night on that show, they couldn't have done everything in one take because Lorne Michaels had to pleasure himself on camera 8 to 9 times maybe 10 times an hour.
He created that show way back when in the 70s with that incredible cast of people, the talented people. But this is a guy that really needs to take a good look in the mirror and stop this swimming like me, because really, if he knew what an ass he comes across at, because he's probably had smoke blown up his butt for his entire life.
Very long time.
Yeah. And the little crawler.
Hello?
Yes?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Beth Ann?
Yeah?
When we do the retrospective on our 20th anniversary, we'll be speaking about you in these terms. These Lorne Michael terms.
Okay.
Do you remember when the self-important Beth Ann McBride would walk around and she was so happy that she had booked the latest cast off from Temptation Island?
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just kidding.
Just joking.
Good time.
Just kidding.
Good time, yeah, good times.
Oh, hey, listen, you're still going to be bowling with us.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
I'm bringing an extra shirt.
Why is that? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, because I don't have the shirt.
I might not have the shirt either.
I'm bringing one for you. I'll bring lots of shirts.
How about we do shirts and skins?
Shirts and skins, and Beth Ann will be skins.
I'll wear a shirt.
Very good.
Okay.
Flesh-colored shirt.
I'm sorry, Mike. What were you going to say?
What I was going to say is Lorne Michaels, one of the little supers they put on there. Here's a super, Jerry Todd. Was Lorne Michaels coming up? Lorne Michaels returns. It's like, F you.
Right.
I mean, the guy, they all deify this guy. Obviously, he got his ass kissed with all the talent behind the scenes. We're the viewers. Give us a little something.
Remember Lorne Michaels, when he came back, his big addition was adding Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah,
Thanks,
right.
Lorne.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Know what I watched last night?
And Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
You know what I watched?
What?
Homo. I watched Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Homo. How did you enjoy it? How did you find it?
I loved it.
Oh, good.
I loved it. I loved loved everything about it. I wanted to watch the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I found myself kept going back to Wisteria Lane.
Yes. I'm surprised that you did that, because Rob and I were talking on Friday about, hey, Sunday's going to be a great night at television. You got the Penn Jillette, the Submarine Disappear, and then the Saturday Night Live, and I think we both committed to that, and what a suckfest all around that was.
I just TiVo'd the Saturday Night Live thing. I didn't actually watch it. I have a question. You mentioned last week Mary Gross had 2 great reasons to be on television.
Incidentally, no, not Mary Gross.
No, not Mary Gross.
Mary Gross makes Campbell Brown look like
That's
Morgana.
What I thought.
Maybe Victoria
Jackson.
Yeah,
hello. The big knockers.
I misread. Not Mary Gross then.
Right.
And the thing is,
Dakota Fanning has a bigger bust than Mary Gross.
So does Tim Kazarinsky.
The 3 people you had that were featured in that: Jim Belushi, Joe Piscopo, got lots of camera time talking about. Really tough to get him to come and talk about how great he was.
Oh, don't forget how much Al Franken was on.
Al Franken and then Lauren Michaels was just talking about the inner workings. But they're talking about the inner workings of really a failed television show.
Yeah, it wasn't too popular then.
When we should really be talking about Terry Hatcher.
So you got into that.
Laying down, having sex.
Did she have sex on the show last night?
Yes, and the other man with the other woman who I don't know. She's mad at him, but she has sex with him, too. I don't follow the plot of the show, but it's sexy girls. They're like, and they screw everything. And Eva Longoria, whoa. Let me say, she's corn possibility.
Ooh, Eva Longoria and Marg Helgenberg. I don't know why I say those names together, but they go well.
Works for me.
Eva Longoria and Marg Helgenberg.
In the corn battle,
right?
It would still be Aniston first.
Sure.
Then maybe Eva Longoria. Eva Longoria.
Right.
And then, Mark Helgenberger would be, for me, a top 10 corn.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like all time? I mean, right now? I mean, existing right now?
Yes, yeah. Out of chicks who were on TV.
TV chicks?
Or movie chicks.
TV and movie chicks.
I guess out of any chicks. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'd eat the corn with Mark Helgenberger.
I think you got to go with Jolie.
She might be number 10. See, I would not eat that corn. Yeah, it's Indian corn.
You mean the corn might be a little discolored?
I think so.
Isn't Indian corn like the multicolored corn?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And some of it looks good, and some of it don't look so good. But all I know is
I'd still try it.
That Desperate Housewives. I know I'm the last at the party, and I sound like Joe Faggot. Homo. But, boy.
So the Saturday Night Live show drove you to Desperate Housewives?
No, actually, the Browns game drove me to Saturday Night Live, which then drove me to Desperate Housewives.
Was anybody on Desperate Housewives enjoying the Browns game? No, they wouldn't show that on network television.
The Browns versus the corn.
They had. Now, here's one thing I didn't know. I
had a little corn over the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. Not in that way, though.
Oh, okay.
Good to know.
Oh, you didn't?
Enjoy it a second time.
You didn't? Say, I know you're really crazy about Carla.
No, not in that regard. No, I'm not talking about corn.
Carla.
I'm talking
Carla,
simply.
May I show you how I feel for you, darling? Please.
That did not
present me with your corn.
I was referring to my stomach over the weekend.
I was going to go see that Aniston movie this weekend. Because I'm out there now.
Looks pretty good, actually.
I'm available.
I thought so.
Here's why I didn't go. Because it's not like Bruce Almighty. She, again, is trying to prove that she's an actress, and apparently...
Yeah, but she looks good in this movie.
But I guess there's a scene where she is raped or something like that.
Oh, really?
And for whatever reason, I don't like thinking of my Jennifer Aniston like that.
You don't want to see her in a violent sex scene. You want to see her in the romantic comedy, happy, peppy kind of occasionally see those
something more
boobs
cooperative.
Yeah. I want to see her in a nice money shot. That's what I'd like to see her in.
See, now you're confusing me,
No, Mike, no, I would love to see her having relations.
Right.
But relations where she's not, like, on the bed. Like, when I saw the trailer, I went online and saw the trailer.
Right.
And it said, the Jennifer Aniston you've never seen before. And she's like, don't touch me.
Oh, I hate that.
Don't do that. And they got the shaky NYPD blue camera angles
going
in. And I'm thinking, that's not what I want from my...
No.
You don't want to see her show her acting chops?
No, who cares?
I love that.
How come chicks like that always have to do that? They always have to... First off, at least she didn't take off her makeup for this movie. Mm-hmm. But why is it that chicks can't just be happy being pieces of asses?
I thought Charlize Theron in Monster was as sexy as I'd ever seen.
Please. And those Desperate Housewives, they're the perfect examples.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think any of those chicks really can act their way out of a paper bag?
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe Felicity Huffman.
Yes.
Yeah, Felicity Huffman can.
Maybe.
And I think the lady with the pulled back hair can.
Marcia Cross, the redhead?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, maybe.
The other two, Candy.
Yeah, absolute Candy. The other one, Knockers, her whole claim to fame was she was Lois Lane.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
So that's my point.
But also, she's Eva Longoria. In her case, just watching her walk across the street is pleasant to do.
I wish someone would just tell Jennifer Aniston, listen, America feels bad for you about Brad Pitt. We know you want to grow as an actress, but trust me, we're only gonna like you as the chick on Cheers. Mm-hmm. We're only gonna like you in happy roles where you wake up in the morning and you say to Jim Carrey that your boobs are bigger. That's what we like.
Yeah.
And then
what if you're wrong and she does turn the corner and has a successful dramatic film career?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. I'm not going to bet you on that one.
Yeah. Not a chance.
I'm still hoping that that The Rock continues his film career.
It'll be fine.
I hear that they're going to put The Rock and her together in a remake of Reds, and it's going to be great.
No, it's wrong. You got the movie wrong. It's Ishtar.
Anyway, that's Aniston.
Really good movie.
No,
Between that and Desperate Housewives, you're frightening me.
No, I did not have the experience. I didn't have the party in my pants.
Right.
But I ended up going to see the Clooney movie instead of seeing the Aniston.
How was the Clooney movie?
Clooney movie's
That's the one
good.
where he's fat?
No, that's the one where he's the guy with Edward R. Murrow.
Oh, that's right. That's the Edward R. Murrow story.
It's good.
Yeah, I think so.
Doesn't he play Fred Friendly or somebody? Or is he? Yeah, he's in there.
He's Fred Friendly. I mean, it's a good movie and everything, but it's
Say Fred Friendly and Eva Longoria and Mark Helgenberger quick.
Exactly.
Would it really have cost that much more to film it in color?
Well, it's that dramatic effect that they got.
I know.
That was it was black and white TV.
I know it's on purpose like that, but come on. I thought I said to the guy as I was leaving the theater, the guy said, "Did you have a good time?" And I said, "Yeah." How about $4 back though? Mm-hmm. Really? No one told me the movie wasn't in color.
I liked it. I didn't mind the white.
Oh, God. You're doing it to yourself now.
There he is. The producer of the Don and Mike Show.
There's no turning back now.
How funny is that?
Flat top mallet
How funny is that? We'll be right back, everybody.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
It's the Don and Mike Show on Pittsburgh's new talk station, The Edge, 1550.
NBC News Radio, I'm Kevin Cork. Caught and cuffed after a high-speed car chase, an 18-year-old is now in custody in Indiana, wanted for 2 murders in Pennsylvania. Reporter Deanna Durante of NBC affiliate WCAU says it's believed he was dating the 14-year-old daughter of the victims.
According to investigators, David Ludwig is the person who shot Cara Beth Borden's parents over the weekend. He has already been charged with 2 counts of homicide and also a charge of kidnapping. However, they're not quite sure if Cara went with Ludwig willingly or if she was forced to go.
In God We Trust stays on the front of a North Carolina government building. The Supreme Court today decided not to review a lower court decision that it does not violate the separation of church and state. The price of oil edged up today after sinking to a 4-month low last week. And the 9/11 Commission says the government isn't doing enough to keep nuclear weapons away from terrorists, noting that half of the nuclear material in Russia still has no security upgrade. I'm Kevin Cork, NBC News Radio.
There seems to be a bit of a debate going on regarding the latest in cold sore treatments. Apparently, there's a new one-day cold sore symptom treatment called Relieve that relieves symptoms in just a day. And although it's new in the market, it's doing incredibly well. It's been my experience in this world that once in a great while, a new product or a new breakthrough occurs, and it makes the world a better place. Seems that this Relieve is doing just that, making the world a better place. This treatment has been developed for 15 years, and although it's fairly new to the stores, it's been great.
WURP Braddock. WURP Braddock. Pittsburgh's new talk radio station is 1550 The Edge. The Edge. Mike Show.
I don't think we need to be subliminal about the differences between our views on prescription drugs. You're working hard to put food on your family. And on weapons of mass production. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Abu Zubaydah, Ramzi al-Shib, or whatever the guy's name was. To see more Iraqs take responsibility for resolving the standoff. the leadership that is willing to condemn terror and at the same time work toward the embetterment of the lives of the Palestinian people. It'll take time to restore chaos.
Wow, we've heard that one.
Embetterment.
That's our man.
Nightmarishly elastic. The Don and Mike Show.
Right.
The embetterment of the program. That's the one of the day right there, baby.
Yeah. All right, Mike, before we talk about Atlantic City.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Let me just tell you about Rob Spiewak and Robert Spiewak. Robert the Third. The Third. My grandson, Rob's son.
Your godson.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, godson, not grandson. Got one of those two. So, Rob and the boy come over on Saturday, right? Because nice. You know, I like seeing them, and I'm alone now. You know that whole thing of me, you know. So, anyway, they come over. It's going to be some nice times, and I'm ready, and I've got the house ready for Robert. I did not realize how on the friggin' go this kid is.
Oh yeah.
Now, your boy. I know you like saying Julia's smart and Robert is strong.
Isn't he strong though?
Not only is he strong. He's like a ping pong ball. Here is the rotation that we worked up, and then I'm going to get to Rob being Parent of the Year.
Again?
The rotation is, come over to the house, we sit down, he wants to watch a Batman DVD.
Okay.
He says, Uncle Don, watch Batman DVD, Batman DVD, Batman DVD. Great. Then it was, Uncle Don, want to go downstairs, play with the ball. Because we got those big exercise balls downstairs.
Yeah, right.
Loves playing with those. Then it was, Uncle Don, want to go play the drums.
Right.
So then he would sit down and play the drums. They would hurt his ears.
Yes.
Right. And then he would scream, no. Then the cycle would start all over again.
Right.
Want to go back upstairs.
Go back to the DVD?
Want to watch DVD. So, seriously, for 2 hours, I'm spending and Rob as well, spending the day following Robert as he runs all over the house.
I was letting you do most of the running. I was trailing behind. I had done
lumbering behind.
I'd done a lot of chasing already.
Right,
sure. So I let him take the lion's share of it.
Now, this is where I think that my influence as the Godfather may help a little bit.
Okay.
When we went outside to play basketball. Now, through no fault of your own,
right?
You know, it's certainly Jesus Christ. I'm not the world's greatest athlete, but compared to you, I am.
Right, you are.
Compared
you're
to you,
Carl Lewis.
I'm Mark Spitz. I'm Michael Vick.
That's right. All of those.
You name. I'm Jesse Owens.
Right.
I'm the greatest of all time.
I'm Lionel Barrymore.
The greatest of all time.
I don't know if you heard what your boy said.
What?
He said, "You want to go out and play basketball?" He said, "Yes." Yeah, he was so excited.
Yeah.
Ran outside. I brought out the basketball. He said, "Oh, it's a pumpkin."
Sort of.
And I said, "No, it's a basketball."
And I said, "Son, you can't make a pie out of that."
And I thought he was being goofy.
Right.
And I believe it was his first actual experience
touching a ball played in a male sport.
Yes, and then
he's excellent at trivia, though.
Very awkward with Rob when
he can do charades even at this young age.
Parlor games.
He's going to let her in theater.
Now, keep in mind, like I said, I ain't no athlete, but I'm just out there dribbling a little bit, like going to Robert. Okay, watch, so you bounce, and then you go, you shoot.
Right.
You shoot. And then Rob picked him up. I swear to God, I almost thought you were going to throw him as well as the ball because you had Robert up.
I had him as high as I could go, and that really put him probably within 12 inches of the basket. Right.
However, Robert just could not get there, and to see the struggle on Rob, almost like a guy. You know when they have the
come on there, Robert.
You know when they
can do it.
You ever seen that stuff on ESPN where they have like the guys?
Yeah,
they're trying to hold up.
They're doing the clean and jerk.
Yeah,
and their arms. And
sometimes they break their arms when
their arms are going like this, and their legs are like.
You can do it, Robert.
Well, that's what it's like.
He was clean. I was the jerk.
And also the great thing about a 3-year-old, and the great thing about Robert, your son, is that like all of them, he says just what's on his mind.
Yeah. Right.
We were down in the basement. We were playing again this thing. We go from room to room to room to room. He loves running around. Let's do this. Let's do this. At one point, he says, when we were downstairs, he said, "Daddy, go away," or
Daddy, go away. Right. Daddy, leave me alone. Daddy, go away.
Wow.
I get it a lot.
I said to him, no, you don't really want Daddy to go away. He said, Yes, I do.
Yeah. And I mean, really, he does occasionally get that way.
Right.
You got to see a really nice 2-hour slide into nap time. And it started, I mean, he really was his sparkly and most charming and winning when we got there.
Right.
And by the time, it got to Daddy Go Away, I said, we've turned a corner. But the way to handle it is to leave him alone and then, come back to the room and knock and make can I come in? And by that time, he's laughing and still saying, no, don't come in.
and I know that he's just overtired because he has been like the Tasmanian devil. All he's done is run. He's been outside with the dogs, running with the dogs, playing catch with the dogs.
Oh, that's great.
So we have our good time, and Robert is starting to hit the wall. And Rob and I are standing outside, and Robert says, I want to drive the car. Now, Rob's got his Caprice over, and it's in the parking. It's in the parking, spot in front of the house. Right. And not thinking anything about it. This is where Rob is truly the father of the year.
Thank you.
His 3-year-old son is behind the wheel of the Chevrolet Caprice.
What could go wrong?
And
350 horsepower death machine.
And I hear from inside the car, I'm talking to Rob, I hear Robert going, won't go, won't go, won't go, won't go, won't go. And I'm thinking how very cute this is.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I swear, on Frida's grave, I walk up. Robert is pulling as hard as he can to get the gear shifter to go into drive. And in his other hand, he's holding the ignition key, which he is trying to reinsert into the ignition.
You've not had a young kid for a while, and that's 5 steps away from concern. If the key gets
How close are you to him when this? Are you outside of the car?
Oh, he's an eye shot.
I mean, Rob and I are on the front porch.
Don't you read the news? Those things happen all the time.
To other people.
He could be on the Beltway, for all you know.
He'd still be a better driver.
But he actually, now he is 3 now.
Yes.
So he obviously knows where the gear shift is. So he knows how to make it go. Doesn't know that you probably have to pull it in and pull it down.
Yeah, I would feel a lot more comfortable if he had been in a car with a manual transmission.
But he was pulling on that baby.
Right.
That was what to do.
Go. And then
you turn away for a second, all of a sudden you hear the engine turn over. I gotta go now into the woods.
Right as I walk up, I see him, and he is so obvious. What's so great about Robert and all kids that age is that, they don't hide anything.
Right.
It's so obvious. He's just staring. He's sitting in Rob's seat in the car, and he's staring at the key, and he is trying to figure out how to insert the key into the engine of the car.
You got to realize those little eyes will be on you at some point. When he gets really frustrated, he will process the fact that, let me see how Daddy does this.
That's right.
He's twice almost killed me in the golf cart. My father has a golf cart at his beach house because it's one of those gated community type deals because he's so rich. And, on a golf cart where you put the brake down and then there's like a lock.
Yeah, right.
And so I had it.
Smash it down.
I had it locked and I thought I'm fine. And we're driving around and having a good time and I'm locked and talking to some people. And he just comes off the seat in one fluid motion and all of his weight, both feet on the accelerator.
He's very strong.
The brake.
Well, see, the accelerator will pop off the emergency brake.
This I see. And so the brake pops and the car's in reverse and we're gone.
Beware.
It's seriously like 200 yards before I was able to stop.
And the last thing I'll tell you about Robert that cracked me up, of course, he's going through all of the DVD drawers in my house, trying to find the movies that he wants to watch.
Right.
Andrew Blake.
He didn't stumble on the Buzz drawer, did he?
I don't know if you noticed, there was some of Buzz's choices were in there, but they're interspersed with all the other stuff.
Right.
So he finds Spaceballs, not a dirty one,
Mel Brooks,
the real one,
right?
The Mel Brooks movie. Rob says to me under his breath,
that one's called Space Nuts, incidentally.
Rob says, "Oh, I wish he hadn't found that. Jesus Christ. We just got that at home. He watched it 5 times yesterday."
Wow. I mean, really, he'll loop it. He has a DVD player in his room, and every time I go in, it will have been started over.
So we get into this conversation where he says, Uncle Don, I want to watch Spaceballs. I said, no, your daddy says you watched it 5 times yesterday. Let's do something else. Let's go back downstairs. So let's fast forward to 2 hours now. Robert really has hit the wall. He's in the back seat of the car.
Strapped in.
This is after he's been playing with the key and with the gear shift.
Now, he's also putting up a bit of a fuss with Rob because he doesn't want to sit in his car seat.
Right.
He's like, no, want to sit in the other seat. So
Parents will know he's to the mode that when you know how a kid can somehow magically triple its weight?
Yeah.
When you try to pick it up, he's to that mode.
Weight, right.
And he's slipping and everything, and he says, no. And I'm like,
triple his weight.
So what shall we do then? And then, he says, I'll sit in Julia's seat. Well, they're roughly the same size, so actually it was.
So that worked?
It worked out.
Right.
So Rob gets Robert in Julia's car seat, and Rob is saying goodbye to my dogs, and I'm leaning inside the car, and Robert is being very sweet to me, very affectionate, which is great about him.
Nice.
Saying, I miss you, Uncle Don. See you next week. I said, great, I'll see you next week. He said, when I come over next week, we'll baseball. And I thought, wow, this is like a breakthrough. I mean, the kid didn't know what a basketball was. We tried to play with a football. I said, yes, Robert, anytime you want to play baseball, you come over with me and play baseball. He said, no, Uncle Don. No, Uncle Don. And I went, I mean, really, he was screaming like that. I said,
that's how he gets so frustrated.
I said, no. If you want to play baseball, I said, I don't care if it's baseball, basketball, whatever. He said, no, Uncle Don. And I went, what? He said, DVD. Space balls. That he wanted to make sure that the next time he came over, we watched Spaceballs.
So he is really moving towards those kind of activities.
Yeah, and
the same ones that you enjoy.
The Mel Brooks comedy.
The child loves Mel Brooks.
Why throw a ball outside when you can enjoy the indoors?
I have video of people throwing balls. It's fine.
When he gets to be a certain age, you can put on the natural. That'll be fine.
That'll be good.
No problem at all.
I advise though when we come over next time, get past the menu because he's not patient. He's just going to want to hit play.
Oh no, that's true.
Not a patient boy.
The continuous loop.
But it was a nice visit, and thank you for wearing him out because you were after him like crazy for 2 hours.
I love your kids. I love him especially. He's the greatest.
I wonder if he's going to be a good drummer. Is it good drumming technique to squint and every time you hit the drum?
You bet.
Yes. Well, okay.
You contort your face. That means you got a natural ability.
Here's the thing. If you remember a couple of times when we were down there with him, he could actually do using the snare and the floor tom-tom. He could actually, I would say to him, Robert, do like this. Bum, 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 bum. On the cymbal. And he would do it.
He would.
He would do it, and then he would scream.
Right, too loud.
Too loud.
And also,
too loud!
This is the thing that I love. And I used to hate this when my kid would do it. Like when I mentioned that Robert said, Daddy, get out of here.
Right.
My kid would do that to me, too.
Right.
Okay? Because he's over at my house, and he's showing off.
Right.
So there are 2 sets of drumsticks down by my drum set. At one point, Robert is sitting behind the drums, and he's just playing with his snare. And Rob goes to just pick up the other set of drumsticks. And Robert sets his down and says, no, Daddy. No, Daddy.
He's playing.
Those are Uncle Don's sticks.
Oh, very nice.
Now, I said, I'm standing across the room. I said, hey, Robert, it's okay. You're playing. No. He takes the sticks out of Rob's hands, walks all the way around, puts them in my hands, goes back, sits back behind the drums again, starts playing again.
You're going to get to a point where he's not going to want to come back with you after that.
I tried to leave him behind this time, but no takers there. But he's a good boy.
He's a sweet boy, and I do mean this as a compliment. He is your son.
Yeah. Very much.
There is no. I mean, I'm kidding about the crap with the ball and everything,
but it's true.
I mean, he drank Beck's beer.
He will.
Yes, he will.
Jesus.
He does not like domestic. He drinks only German milk.
German milk. Imported from Germany. Yeah, the freshness date comes up a little quicker, but it's worth it.
No, he is.
Only from German cows.
He is a good boy, but I see a lot of me in him, and when we put on a DVD and he watches the same cartoon 30, 40 times, committing every gag to memory, I said, that's my boy.
Did he break anything when he was over there?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he's pretty good with that. He's pretty good with asking, can I touch this? And of course, because I'm so grown up, it's like, Uncle Don, where's your Batmobile?
Right.
Uncle Don, where's the Batman doll?
Like an amusement park.
Yeah, your house is like porn for 3-year-olds.
I actually thought of you when I was watching the 40-Year-Old Virgin because he did have all those, those collectibles that were in there, and especially when they took out Spider-Man. Spider-Man was there. But you don't have the Spider-Man doll, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No Spider-Man dolls.
Yeah, and I hope you notice that I do have my line of generosity with Robert.
I saw that. I have the same line.
Now, for instance, we're upstairs where I'm showing him the fantastic job that a mutual friend of ours is doing, ruining my computer system at home. So I don't want to piss the guy off.
No.
There was the problem was I was having a problem with the printer. The guy comes over and says, "Oh, Frida had the whole network set up, and now you've done something to terribly screw everything up." And he just pretty much took everything that I had and left and said he would be back, I guess, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I brought Rob up to the computer room, and I said, hey, you want to see what great work Mike and the guy I'm talking about is?
Yeah, I knew that. I was going to jump in with that.
I open up the cabinet, and I go to Rob, the computer, I say, look at this. Look how he left this. Look at this crap he left this in. Now, keep in mind, Robert's running around upstairs in my computer room, and I have a book that I had when I was a boy of a bunch of Batman comics that were put into regular book form.
Bound, yes.
Right, bound. The thing is like 30 years old.
Right.
Wow. So I give it to Robert, and he's like, oh, thank you, Uncle Don. Thank you. Will you read this to me? And I said, yeah, sure. Anytime you want it. Or Daddy, Mommy, read it with you. And then he said, what's that up there? And there was one of my many Batman collectibles. This would be actually, okay, we'll be just flat, square out honest, to quote Joe Theismann. It is my limited edition Michael Keaton as Batman, first edition Batman doll, circa 1989. Baby's about 13 inches tall. It's in pristine condition.
Is it in the box?
It's not in the box.
Oh, it's not in the box.
It's not in the box.
Because you're never going to sell it.
But I do like it.
Yeah.
And Robert could not stop looking at it.
Right.
And as much as I love that boy, and he was making a play for it.
Yeah, and he started sweet, and then he went direct.
Yeah, because at first he's like, oh, Uncle Don, that's nice Batman.
What's that?
What's that? I said, oh, Robert, that's Batman. Can I see, please? And, he's very good also with the please.
Yeah, well,
I said,
good.
Sure, absolutely, Robert, give it down. And then I said, okay, time to put it back now. And he, like this, with his arms around it, he said, like the G.I. Joe size. He goes,
right.
No, can I take this home, please? Can I please have this? Uncle Don, please? Please, can I have this? Wow. I'm like, no. This is where I feel like an ass.
Right.
No, Robert. I need my Batman doll back.
That is a very difficult position for an adult to be in. I mean, for adults that have collectible toys, it is
F you.
Yeah, I don't let him play with.
How's your acid reflux, Mike? I'm sorry. That's the only thing I can come back with right now. I'm sorry.
It's hanging in there.
Oh, and then just one more thing about my kid, about Bart.
Yes.
I get a call, I don't know, maybe 1:30 a.m. Saturday night, Sunday morning. He's obviously at a party. And I know that he went to the game on Saturday. Big Clemson victory over Florida State.
Clemson's having a pretty good year.
Yep. They're, as they like saying now, bowl eligible.
Right.
Right. I got a news for you. I'm going to be bowl eligible at about 7 o'clock tonight, and also tomorrow morning at about 7 a.m.
Regular as rain.
Like clockwork.
Anyway, it's a gigantic win for the Clemson Tigers. And I get the call at 1:30 a.m., and he's at a party that's obviously it's a kegger or, Animal House, whatever. He doesn't sound wasted. Good. So I'm happy to begin with.
Sure.
He says, Dad? I say, yeah. He said, are you awake? I said, come on. It's 1:30. The doctor has had to prescribe elephant pills for me to be able to get to sleep.
That's got to be tough when you take those and you get awakened
really
at that.
Groggy.
Yeah. But those Liberace's, whatever they're called, those Lufthansa,
Lunesta,
they
the butterfly.
Yeah. They work great. So I say, is there a problem? And he says, no, but Dad, there's a guy that you got to talk to. He's a little drunk, but he's a real big fan of the show. So I think, what the hell? Okay, this is nice. And I hear it. Now, all I hear in the background is like music and 8,000 kids. And I'm picturing really just the crappiest frat house in the world. And the smell of sex and beer. And
smell of sex and
everything. Beer. Anyway, this is what I hear. Hello? And I say, wow. Hello? And I'm like, I'm wanting to kill my kid at this point. So it's like, don't do this to me. I say, yeah, hi. I love the effing show. I was down here. Your son's really great. I said, it's wonderful to speak with. This kid just was like 3 sheets to the wind.
Of course.
So, well, hold on. Here's the payoff. I say, well, it's very nice to talk to you. It's great to talk to you! That's Bart! I say to Bart, who the frig was that? And he said, Dad, that's the guy that won $1 million at the game today.
Wow.
And they had a contest.
Was this one of those field goal contests?
Tougher than that, Mike.
Really?
Imagine like the Circus Carnival thing. Now, the guy was on the 25-yard line.
Okay.
There's a big piece of wood.
Yeah.
And there was a hole just big enough to get a football through. I mean...
At the end zone line?
Yeah. You could get Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Mike Vick, Donovan McNabb. I guarantee you, these guys couldn't get 2 out of 10. And I know this because I saw the replay on SportsCenter then on Sunday morning.
Right.
The kid, he's not a kid, he's a graduate of Clemson. No. Goes back like it's nothing. He's at the 25-yard line. This was at halftime.
Right.
It takes 1, 2, 3 steps. Boom. Throws right through the teeny tiny hole. Wow.
So and you gotta hit it so perfectly that it kind of forces its way through the hole.
And it almost looks like the type of carnival games, like in Ocean City,
right?
Where you know it's rigged.
Yeah, because the hole is smaller than the ball.
Yeah, or it's so incredibly tiny that the only way you could really get the ball through would be to stand right in front of it and
and shove it.
Push it through.
Was it a 25-yard pass that he threw? Is that what it was?
With his 5-step drop.
Was he supposed to do a 5-step drop, or was that he was just sort of throwing it?
It was a 37-yard pass. I believe maybe it's 32. I know they added at least 5, maybe 6 yards. Right through the hole. And the stupid MFer won $1 million.
Wow.
God.
No wonder he was happy.
Well, the insurance company's not happy about that.
When I say stupid MFer, I only mean that in the nicest possible way, because this is what I was
So he was out rocking it at a party where your son was.
And, I should have known, because at one point he was saying, like, this is a great day! It's a great... And I'm thinking, hey, dude, what's your best case scenario? You're going to go to the Peach Bowl.
You didn't realize he's got $1 million.
Anyway,
wow.
I'm glad somebody won something this weekend.
That's the latest from him. Oh, you know what, Mike? We can break and use that as a tease when we come back.
Yeah.
But can I just say this? That I know this about you this weekend, my man.
Yeah.
You didn't have nothing to drink, did you?
No, I didn't.
Hey, how about that?
What great news is, though, without that, I still managed to feel like I had 3 bottles of Sambuca, which is great. Yeah, I did lose. I lost some money, and I lost my breakfast.
Oh, dear.
I had a great call from Mike on Sunday morning. Just a great call. Hello, dog.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Aren't you going? How can you leave? Aren't you going to miss all of this?
I am. I was sitting here thinking that.
No, you aren't.
Man, for a lousy $20 a week.
How about
I had to stand my ground, Mike.
Amazing.
Just so you can boss some DJ around.
You're a woman of pride.
I am.
Just so
you really ought to change your mind.
Or learn how to throw a football through a little hole.
Just so you can
play the lotto.
I'm going to do that. It's up to $310 million.
I'm surprised. I didn't know you were calling there. She's still here.
She will be, Mike, until the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
She'll be here until our break.
Right. Oh, okay.
Until the holiday.
Until the break, the commercial break?
No, until our holiday.
The holiday break.
About a month and a half.
Oh, well, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So there's still
But don't
time.
worry, then she'll be in Nirvana, because then she'll be able, to call her disc jockeys up and say, didn't I say play Mariah Carey at 10 minutes after the hour?
Ah, that's what it's all about.
I hope I'm not like that.
Money and power.
I always like that, though. I'm going to stay on good terms with her.
I'm not. I'm not. Come on, Beth Ann.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I know you are.
I am kidding.
I am going to miss you guys.
She's going to get some more pictures for the wall of the restaurant, and if she does that, I will get her a Christmas present.
I'm so excited. I just got a Roker and a Shatner.
I got the Target catalog today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I love Target. I'd be happy with that.
No problem. Hey, consider it done.
All right. Goodbye, Trader. I mean, Beth Ann.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
And like that, she's gone.
I try not to take it personally.
I know.
I try not to take it personally.
Yeah, it's me too. You know that I was mad.
I know you. Mike,
in fact, I might have been madder than you.
You were really pissed last week.
I was.
What the hell?
Get over it. Yeah. Life goes on. Right. Life marches on. A man has enthusiasms.
Team.
Part of a team. Really? In a perfect world, and we're serious about this, I'm looking at my partner right now. In a perfect world, somebody resigns, they get the bat. That's the way it would work. Just like Robert De Niro in The Untouchables.
We'd be at a big dinner table.
Right, all with tuxedos.
That's
right.
Beth Ann would be wearing a real nice formal dress.
We'd go back and forth for different people if they would resign for different reasons.
Think she's leaving.
But I get nowhere unless the team wins.
Beth Ann, you thinking about going down south? Running 5 or 6 stations? Huh? She's bleeding out in front of us, and everybody
would say, Jesus Christ. Just have wonderful tape. Wonderful violent tape.
Part of a...
Do we have that, Rob?
See, we do. It's like 2 minutes long, though.
Maybe come back with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me just make sure that this is... Oh, that's
That'll be better after the break.
Great equipment. Hold on.
A man become preeminent, he is expected to have enthusiasm.
Okay, we'll come back with it after the break because it's 2 minutes long. Be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Right. OnStar now offers phone sex.
Where do I sign up?
Just press the boner button.
Happy ending.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
This is Beth Ann after we heard about her resignation.
A man become preeminent, he is expected to have enthusiasm.
She's sitting down at
This is you and I speaking.
Yes, you're speaking right now.
The banquet.
I'm sitting next to her. She's at the chair right next to me.
What am I?
I speak here in a minute. You'll hear me.
What draws my admiration?
Right here.
What is that which gives me joy?
This is me.
Dames.
Dames. That's what I said.
Okay. Dames.
Baseball.
You can hear Beth Ann's laugh here a little bit.
A man.
A woman.
A man stands alone at a plate.
A woman stands alone on a plate.
This is the time for what?
For what?
For individual achievement. There he stands alone. But in the field, what? Part of a team.
Teamwork.
Hey, Beth Ann's really nodding right now like she buys into this.
Thoroughly.
Looks, throws, catches, hustles, part of one big team.
That's a live-long day.
That's himself the live-long day. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, and so on. This team don't field. What is he? You follow me? No one. Sunny day, stands full of fans. What does he have to say?
What does she have to say?
I'm going out there for myself.
That's what she said.
Fine.
But I get nowhere unless the team wins.
Right. Team. You're right backward now. Standing directly in back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. That was me.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry if my immaturity has offended you. The Don and Mike Show.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
They are very well spoken. Don and Mike.
Hello there. That well-spoken thing, that's a brother thing.
Yes, it is.
You know that. Oh, how do we make it through the weekend without T.O. on TV? For goodness sakes. Hey, don't forget, it's the return. Screw T.O. The greatest collection of athletes this side of goddamn, I guess, your Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely.
Your Washington Redskins, your Baltimore Ravens, whatever towns we broadcast to. Screw your football teams.
Right.
Screw your basketball teams.
Forget them.
Talk about the Don and Mike fighting gutter balls.
The fighting gutter balls are back.
We'll all be there, including Lame Duck McBride.
Yes, she will be there as well. Bowling.
We'll be bowling. It's sexual bowling. It's show bowling.
Sexual show bowling. It is, it's performance art with a sexual overtone.
Tantric bowling.
Thank you, Rob.
Or is it an undertone?
Overtone.
Definitely an overtone.
It's Wednesday night. It's the return of the Fighting Gutterballs. We're going to be playing a bunch of our listeners known as the Pinheads.
They're insignificant.
The Bowl America Fairfax on Lee Highway. We start bowling at 8:30. It don't cost nothing to get in. We'd love to meet you and have a drink with you.
Yes, as usual, an evening of show bowling with sexual overtones, and as requested to the management and to our fans, no salutations, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And now, Mike.
Yes.
Best buddy Mike, who went to Atlantic City this weekend.
Told you I would give you... Did I tell you I would call you if I won or if I lost?
You told me you would call either... I don't remember what you said on the radio, but in real life, as you left on Friday, you said, you will hear from me either way, up, down, good, or bad. And I said, okay, count on it.
Well, the purpose of the call was to make... If I can make you laugh out of my miserable circumstances, it actually makes me feel better. And I don't think...
That's right. Yeah, you did.
That was the first time Carla had ever heard that voice that I communicate with you in. And she was in the background laughing. She said, do you always call him like that? I said, usually from gambling locations, he usually gets a call with that voice. She said, but you use that voice the whole time? You didn't, change back? I said, no, he understands. We have a bit of a complex relationship.
So it's about 10:30 Sunday morning. I pick up, hello, Dodd. Oh, no. I'll let you pick it up from there, Mike.
Well, I said, hello, Dodd.
I said, hey, what's happening? Are you in AC right now?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do much gambling. We could the whole story about what happened. The reason I called you was to tell you that the day had not gone like I planned. We left, I guess, really crack of dawn on Saturday morning because I wanted to get up there and not have to deal with the traffic. And now when you go from Washington, D.C. to Atlantic City, you have to allow because we happen to live in the population center of the world and so much traffic. You get on the road, really, after 9 o'clock, you're going to be probably screwed getting up there in any kind of time. So we left crack of dawn, and mid-morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock, we decided we're going to stop at a diner, and I see I think it was called the Diarrhea Diner. I think that was the name of it.
It was the Double D Diner.
It was not the Double D, it was the Double Diner. So I don't know where it was. I'm not going to, say it was them, but who knows? It was a diner.
Fort.
Random diner that we stopped at, and I was hungry, Carla was hungry, and so we do this little breakfast routine. We do this little breakfast routine where we order English muffin, 2 pancakes without butter, and egg beaters. That's like this certain point value, and usually we get it at that fabulous IHOP, but we got it at the diner this time. And we ate the exact same breakfast. The only difference was Carla took 1 bite of her pancakes and said, they just don't taste right to me. I don't feel like eating them. And as I was just steam shoveling these, eating like 2 pancakes in 2 bites.
Were you eating like...
I don't understand what you're saying. They're fantastic.
Were you eating like Infinity Vice President Scott Herman?
Yes, absolutely. Like he tore into his veal parmesan. I was doing the same thing. And I was eating like a former disc jockey we used to work with, TK Tom Kent. I was stuffing myself. I was eating the pancakes like you see in the movies when somebody has been, starving for a month or two. Like the girl is brought in from the cold and they give her some food and she shoves it. I'm eating the pancakes this way, and I'm pouring over them this sugar-free Smucker's syrup that I've gotten, and that's trying to be healthy, and it is a low point value, and I don't have any of the spray butter, so I'm eating them without butter. But I'm saying I don't know what you're talking about. We got in the car after eating at this diner. We are taking your advice the whole way up there because I was very excited about getting there and very, very impatient, and I decided that we would let Carla do the driving, and she does the driving even after we eat.
Good.
I did look like a depression vagrant, Rob, when I was eating the pancakes, and so she's doing the driving. We are not an hour outside of this. We're crossing over the Delaware Memorial Bridge, and I all of a sudden I have no idea. I really and anybody that's been sick, and this is with sympathy going out to Fez Watley. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Oh, that's nice.
I really said it to her.
Take your bad your bad pancake and equate it to Fez Whatley having a heart attack.
I thought I was dying. I said I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. We stopped at this cowboy store I like so bad because I wanted to.
You say that I fear change.
Yeah.
Every time you go to AC, you go to that same place to buy what? Your boots?
Yeah, I didn't buy any boots. I bought. We went to buy a Carhartt, one of those construction worker jackets for Carla because they're warm and she wears mine.
You stop there
and
every time.
They didn't have any belts in my size. I was going there to buy my country belt, and they didn't have the boots. Well, I like the country style, but not with the Super George Michael belt buckle.
Country style.
But Don knows. I guess we worked together long enough. You know that I do stop at that place, the Zane's Western Wear Store. You've driven by it too.
Of course I have, but you say to me every time.
It's right after the Cowtown Cowboy Rodeo.
Every time in passing.
It's there every Saturday night at 7:30.
Yeah, I had a good time in AC. I stopped at that Western store that I like.
Yeah, the one that I like so bad, and I always do, either coming or going. Hey, and if I stop on the way back, that means things have gone very, very well.
Yeah,
and there are going to be some new boots going home with me. Not the case this time.
Not the boots this weekend.
We get past there and get well into New Jersey. Probably get about 35, 40 miles outside of Atlantic City, and I am just feeling like death. I have no idea what it is, but then do the old burp. And it's that pancake taste that comes up. And I realized that the pancakes that I ate, probably the reason I'm having this. We get into the hotel, and I am literally green. I have no idea what the deal is, but I know one thing, that there is projectile vomiting in my future. So getting out of the car, and you don't realize, you take things for granted that are not an effort, that are literally effortless, that don't require, like, for example, getting into a hotel. You'd think that these are things that are not, nothing required. Well, yeah, when you're feeling like I'm feeling, dealing with the guy that says, hey, are you checking in? Are these your bags? What do you want? Dealing with the people that check in, I'm realizing that I don't want to do any of this. I want to just get to the room as soon as possible and throw up. And we deal with this lady. She's like, well, let me tell you about your room. You're really going to be pleased. And I'm just going, please give me the ticket. Please give me the ticket. And, and I'd hooked up with this other guy that was... No, not like that. Faggot. The casino host guy at a new hotel. So I'm going to this place for the first time, and they treated me really nicely, but I am so sick. And we get up to the room, and I said, will you excuse me for just a second? And Carla at this point says, listen, you might want to put a finger down your throat so you can feel better. Sometimes that works. I said, that's really an idea. Maybe like that. And I didn't have to put a finger. And it was, one of those deals where I'm trying to control it, but you really can't control that once it starts. And I am sick as a dog and was sick. And the only way that I can equate the way I felt after this, immediately following that, I felt, hey, great. I've gotten this out of my system. I'm going to be great.
Right.
And then I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I felt like Dennis Hopper in the movie Hoosiers, where I had the sheets pulled up. So cold. And in Buzz, in fairness to you, I was thinking about your thing about alcohol withdrawal during that whole time.
Oh, well,
but there's no way this would. No,
that has to be.
I mean, it'd been, how many days has it been now? I'm not sure how many days. How many days?
I think it's your 13th day, Mike.
It's more than that, isn't it?
Maybe closer to 15.
I think it's 15, maybe 15 days. But I am really, I'm sitting there kind of shivering, and I said to Carla, I said, I'm not going to be able to rally. I don't know. I said, just give me, and I kept saying, give me a half hour.
Yeah.
Give me a half hour. Because two things are at work in my body right now. This whatever virus I've had from these anal pancakes that I ate, and the adrenaline, which exists in the action that is Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And we discussed this on the way home, that I'm still affected by it today. I'm getting a sandwich in about a half an hour.
Good.
That it'll be the first thing that I've eaten, because I am really feeling like the only thing that got me through this, the only thing that got me out of bed and up, was the idea that I was going to go down and do some gambling and do what I always do, which of course is lose money.
13.
It's only been 13 days? 13.
No, it's got to be longer.
Nope, because...
Saturday night, the 29th, was my last night. So Sunday, the 30th, was the first 14th.
Day. Okay, hold on. Well, I've got on November 8th, I've got... that was your first day. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be charting your progress.
Like
well, no, I like charting the progress because it's a week from Wednesdays, the night before Thanksgiving, and that's when I fall off big time.
It should be like 15 or 16.
Yeah, something like that.
That's right.
Either way,
out of 25.
But it had nothing to do with that. This was just the pancakes that I ate, and that's the first thing that came up, incidentally. Pancake batter. I'd remanufacture the pancakes.
Pancake batter made with raw eggs.
How's that?
Possibly cooked on rancid grease. I don't know. It could be either one or both of them.
Well, I was very surprised because you don't think of a pancake as giving you food poisoning.
Thanks, Pollyanna. Possibly cooked on rancid grease.
It happens.
No, man. All I know is the guy that was at the diner had hairy arms. Real hairy arms.
That won't do it.
Those hairy forearms. And I was thinking about that. And when you walk into a casino...
This is hairy forearm.
Walk through the food court at the casino, which was really a lovely exercise, too. Where it's like, the smell, especially in an Italian place.
Vomitosis.
Yes, fantastic.
The entire casino lifestyle rife with delicious...
I didn't even get a chance to go to the Howie Mandel show on Saturday night.
Oh, no.
I was really bummed out. But I saw Howie the next day. Got a chance to see Howie.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Well, laughter is the best medicine. But you know what was not the best medicine? I'd just like to say hi to my friend, Hector. Hector the dealer.
Now I heard about this guy.
Mr. Unfriendly, take my money, Hector. Once I always say, if you're going to take my money, at least be pleasant about it.
That's right.
At least be civil.
Least you can do.
When Mike's called me on Sunday morning, he says, everything you've just heard about the vomiting, the pancakes, no drinking, he said, but Dodd, there was this man named Hector. At Blackjack, he kept taking my money. He kept taking my effing money. And Don, he had a scarred face.
Oh, no.
Yeah, had a little nick over his eye where somebody probably like a bad, disgruntled customer probably got mad at him like I did. And Hector didn't smile. Hector was like, he was a 20-something, one of these guys that was probably, full of himself, and it was really man. And the only thing he managed to say, really, at one point when I'm sitting there green, with my anus eyes, hemorrhaging money, hemorrhaging everything else that was inside of my body. And at one point I said, I don't know, and Carla's sitting next to me playing, and I said, do you think she should split these cards on this particular hand? And the only thing that he managed to spew out during this entire losing streak that I'm sitting as I'm puky McGillicuddy, he looks at it and he goes, is gambling. Oh, thank you. Gee, I didn't realize that when I came into the casino, Hector. You could give us, because really, a good dealer will sit down with you and they'll say, well, the basic strategy says you probably split them, but, it's a tough call when the dealer's showing this. No, instead it was like, is gambling. Do you like the ring I have on my pinky finger?
It's a shame you didn't exact the best revenge you could have against Hector.
I know, which would be winning.
No.
No? Throwing up on the table? I could have.
Up on his table.
I really could have.
Vote for Pedro!
But the next morning, but I rallied. And then, this is exactly what happened. I think I probably got up at about 7:30 to go down and meet Hector. And then it didn't last long, maybe an hour and a half of gambling. Upstairs to bed very early and still kind of feeling that chill.
Right.
But managed to have
Dennis Hopper Hoopers.
Dennis Hopper chills.
Hoosiers chill.
Managed to have a little bite of turkey sandwich before bed. And then at about, I think, 2 o'clock in the morning. No, maybe midnight. Yeah. I don't remember. It all runs together when you're, I do better remembering stuff when I'm drinking. That's the weird thing.
That is odd.
So I sat up because I felt all acidy in the tummy. And then, Carla, who was just being wonderful to humor me during this time, said, well, are you awake? I said, yeah. You want to go back down? And we went back downstairs and did more because I was wide awake. I'd slept all day long and went back downstairs and did more gambling and continued to lose
gambling
because really the only thing keeping me going, baby, was the action of Atlantic City.
Luck be a lady.
but I still lost, like I always do now. I'm getting better at it, though. I'm not losing as much because I know I'm going to lose. Remember that one time I went down and I won and I won and I won? And then I went down the next time thinking I win every time, so if I keep gambling and then I lost more than I'd ever lost before, well, now I know that I'm going to lose. Now I go down with the mindset I know I'm going to lose, and I have modified my behavior patterns so that I am not a degenerate gambler anymore. I'm just a guy that likes to gamble, and I know that I'm going to lose. So I'm actually, all things considered, I'm extremely proud of myself. I truly am.
We're proud of you. But
I felt a little bit better the next day on Sunday, and the big mistake was eating the Chinese food.
Yeah.
This is just a message to all you people that might be projectile vomiting on a Saturday. The best thing to do if you've been...
Hi to all your projectile vomiters out there.
Projectile vomiters, if you get food poisoning, the best thing to put on top of that the day after when your stomach is completely empty.
P.F. Chang's?
Probably not P.F. Chang's spicy Chinese food.
Yeah.
Not Kung Pao shrimp. Not a real smart move.
No.
But, you get crazy down there. There are no clocks.
That's what it is.
So I just shoved this stuff in, and that's not the end of it. I didn't just eat the P.F. Chang's.
No?
We stopped at Dunkin' Donuts on the way out of Atlantic City. So I really probably, as Buzz said, it was an oil-based food-borne illness.
That'll do it.
And nothing better to do than Chinese food and donuts to put more oil. And that's probably why I'm still sick today.
Be a lady.
You know what? With all the vomiting and the feeling bad and with Hector, I had a fantastic time. And I got a chance to say hi to Howie Mandel in that obnoxious way that you like so bad.
Yeah.
Where I came up the escalator and Howie was waiting like on the second tier with his entourage. And I went... And because, when a guy, there are either two reasons. Either he's standing there to be recognized or he's kind of incognito because he had the big sunglasses on.
Right.
And, of course, I just had to do it. And I was feeling kind of depleted, fluid-wise and everything else. Got to the top of the escalator and I went, hey, Howie Mandel! And then we walked down and watched the theater organist play the Christmas songs.
Oh, that's nice.
At the Tropicana. There you go. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're right.
I just farted.
Oh,
I feel great. I just didn't.
You know what that means? You know why you did?
Why?
Because you want to go. You want to go to the bright lights.
I thought you meant because I want to go to the bathroom.
No, that might be the truth also.
No, that is the truth. Well, congratulations on not drinking.
And that's now it's done. Now it's a piece of cake.
That's what it's all about now.
It'll be fine. That'll be through the absinthe show next Monday when you guys are drinking your absinthe.
10 to go.
I'm going to make it with that because I got my kids this weekend, so there's no problem at all. No distractions, no problem. And I went out Friday night too. Friday night and lasted till about 12 o'clock.
Wow.
With no drinking.
Yeah, and I can never, ever do that again. No, I can't.
Well, you can't what? You can't go out till midnight
without drinking?
No, when I'm out there, I realized why I drink.
Why?
When I go to my joint.
Because you like the taste.
No, because when I go to the joint, because you're listening to people.
Yeah.
Because people are talking to you all the time. Right. And when I'm not drinking, I don't want to listen to anybody.
You don't hear them.
And I don't want to talk. I'd rather sit at the table and watch the muted television screens.
You're a lucky man.
That's what I do.
Okay.
No, there's a reason for everything.
You're complicated, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
As Avril Lavigne would sing, you are complicated.
I know I am. I know, but I do the best I can. I really do. I do the best I can.
All right.
You got a pretty good assessment on Sunday morning at about 10:30, right? Because I didn't even know what time it was. You're the first person I called.
10:30.
I mean, I sat up and was kind of, we had the curtains pulled. It was dark in the room, and I called you, and that's when Carla just said, "You always talk to him like that?" I said, "Yes, I do, Carla."
Hello. Hello, Dodd.
Let me tell you about Hector.
Effing Hector.
Effing Hector, the dealer.
Projectile vomited.
Yeah, that's not exactly
Stopped
the
at my Western store.
But I'll give you an update next time I see you. See you at the ranch. Greetings from Stinktown. Stinky Town. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta break.
I'm feeling pretty good now, though. I'm gonna have a bite of a sandwich when we take a break.
What are you enjoying today for lunch?
I've decided I'm gonna have pancakes.
Brilliant.
But they've been left out for a while.
Nice pancake sandwich.
You're looking forward to that. Yes. With some mayonnaise. It's the way I like them. Should be yummy. Can't wait to wrap my tonsils around that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then I'm going to suck on a sponge. All right. I'm going to have a greasy pork sub served in an ashtray. Yum, yum. That'll help.
Be right back. This is the Don and Mike Show.
Yeah, this just in here. This from Chicago. From Chicago, that truck of chickens you ordered, the truck blew over.
From the Don and Mike show, I've got about 1,000 responses to get to you. I may be portly, but I don't get my dates at family reunions. That's the JB. Rapid fire segment is up next. Thanks, Don and Mike.
The Don and Mike Show. Come, drink their hair water. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Our man, the great JB from Fox NFL Sunday. He had a stack of almost 1,000 insults that you guys sent to our website.
And now who knows? Maybe this is going to blossom into the biggest part of the show.
I was talking to Dead Man Walking a couple of seconds ago.
Beth.
Yeah. B.A.
LD.
Anyway, lame duck. I guess the deal is that we get Terry Bradshaw on the show like maybe once every 2 years.
Right.
We get Howie Long once a year.
Terry's great when he's on this show.
JB all the time. Well, Terry Bradshaw, I guess, contacted James Brown's person and would now like some words with the fellas who came up with all of the hillbilly stuff.
Well, and of course, being the loyalists that we are, can't we offer Terry the same deal?
Oh, boy.
Oh, what, like give him fat jokes for JB? No way.
No.
No way. No.
Now you make me sound like a big ass.
That's right, and I'm gonna tell JB on you, too.
No, don't do that.
You bet your ass.
Don't pick that up.
Don't pick that up.
Do not pick that up.
Don't answer the phone.
What?
It's for Beth Ann.
Oh, okay. What's it, is it her new job?
No.
He's probably just real nutty about
He was weird about that, wasn't he?
Does that have something to do with the Elvis Cup? I know that we're going to have the guy on before the end of the show today.
See the Elvis Cup.
Hey, how many of you like myself?
Who's just the Elvis Cup guy?
How many of you like myself found yourself over the weekend just maybe driving down the road or doing some yard work and mind wanders?
Years ago,
then you would hear this.
Elvis did a concert, you know. It was in the Coliseum, the Charlotte Superdome.
Anyway, that's the Elvis Cup song. We'll have the guy on with the Elvis Cup, the cup that Elvis once drank out of.
Wow.
Sold on eBay. And the guy who's made this into a big hit record.
Funniest thing about this is normally when people are from a foreign country, that they can sing without an accent. This guy obviously has not been able to accomplish that. No. But they could love this man.
Here's the hook.
Come see the Elvis Cup, and ask Elvis what's up.
The Elvis Cup.
And ask Elvis what's up.
Stop that.
Wow.
Stop that with the Elvis stuff. I know we mentioned this once before. I'd like to mention again, though, on behalf of Mike and everybody, our very good friend Fez Whatley from the Ron and Fez show had what we're now understanding to be a minor heart attack.
Yeah, and having a little procedure in there, like an angioplasty
having
deal.
the Larry King thing done to him. And when they worked here, Ron and Fez were among the closest friends that I've had in my time in radio. Yep. So, speaking for Mike and everybody.
Good guys.
I know. When I say, get well, Fez.
Yeah.
We sure are thinking about you. And we're going to do a Google search today to see what faggot Tampa Bay items we can come up with.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice.
I think that really, because Fez is a diehard Tampa Bay fan, I believe that probably what would make him feel best, I know he felt most comfortable when Bruce Buccaneer was on the helmets.
Of course.
When they had
the Caballero Buccaneer.
When they had their popsicle uniforms, their creamsicle uniforms.
If you want to just, take it easy on the finances, I'm sure he'd be happy with just a videotape of yesterday's game.
Yeah. Okay.
With the elbow down.
That's right, Larry.
The elbow was down, Larry.
Larry.
We're very upset about this. We're in the locker room.
We're in the locker room now. It's been a
very sad,
tough loss for the Redskins.
You can give us a lift next week because we got 2 tough games at home, and it's going to be a big deal for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Coach Joe Gibbs in the locker room.
How
As always, brought
difficult
to you
it
by
is.
Canada's Government Marketing Division, providing Carmen Criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
There you go.
That's the way you
Washington Redskins. Bum, bum. Anyway, that's what's happening there.
Right.
Oh, and I really, never mind. Scratch that. was going to say something about nothing like radio secret related.
No.
Just real life related to Mr. PM, as I like calling him. You might know him, PM. He's a famous FP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He plays for the IC.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
PM.
Okay. You have a message to PM?
No, I got a message from one of PM's people.
Oh. Good, bad, ugly?
Pretty good. After discussing PM on the air with JN on Friday's show, I guess. That PM. Am I saying PN? No, I mean
PM.
PM. Peyton Manning.
PM the IC.
PM, yeah, Indianapolis Colts.
Okay,
there you go.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Exhausted.
What do you make us go through that game for if you're just going to pull the trigger on it?
But here's the thing. I'm just such a jerk. I can't keep it in my pants.
You're too excited. What fun is it doing it for you if you're not going to be able to talk about it?
Right.
That's part of the joy.
I'm going to play Xbox against him.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Hey. Very
yes,
cool.
I am going to play Xbox against Peyton Manning.
Oh, my God.
That is amazing.
Is it really going to be him, or do you think it'll be somebody saying they're him?
No, it'll be him. I've been assured that it will be him. That it'll be on his when you got the headset thing going.
Oh, nice.
After the season, though.
Right, of course.
But
how cool is that?
Anyway, that's pretty freaking great.
Yeah.
So that's the latest with him. Hey guys, I'm here in Miami, guys. I'm here with the great, handsome Tom Brady, the homoerotic Tom Brady. This is Jim Nantz, guys.
Guys, I think he's got a future. You look at him, and as he's got his hand on his heart, you think to yourself that there's something more than football that awaits him, and I think it's really a career in film.
And as you watch television, don't forget to check out Peyton Manning's TV show, PM Magazine.
That's right.
God, that's going back a long time.
Maybe we'll come down to something like that. But they're all appearing on our show. MyRemco Audio Video has a 20-gig Apple iPod for you. And if you want a home theater system, they can do that for you, too. Okay. Log on to myremco.com.
All right. Thanks,
Liddell.
Tom
has an iPod for you.
Those are some of our tapes of the Redskins locker room show where you've got these guys.
Very somber.
And I don't know how it is around the country.
I have today's forecast.
For instance, the Ravens they're another team that from where we broadcast out of D.C., which is about a half hour from Baltimore. Right. The Ravens got their ass kicked 8,000 different ways.
Not yesterday it wasn't.
By Jacksonville. What?
He said it's about a half an hour from Baltimore. Not yesterday.
Took you a little longer?
Well, okay. Well, not everyone was coming back from Atlantic City or from whatever was going on.
I just want to say, next time, really, on Sundays, can everyone stay home? Watch the football games?
However, I did. I was by a radio right around the time I was talking to you, Rob. We were goofing on how somber the Redskins locker room was. Right. And I turned on the station in Baltimore with the Ravens games. And who's that guy? Scott Garcelle. Yeah. At least that guy's got the balls to go in the locker room and keep in mind, the Redskins have won 5 games.
Yeah.
The Ravens have won 2. I mean, the Ravens suck ass. This guy at least is, he's not celebratory, right? But he's also not acting like he's at a funeral. I mean, hey, it's a tough loss today for the Ravens. Do you guys think you can bounce back next week? Meanwhile, on the Redskins, it's like,
over here, it's a very tough time. We don't want to.
Everybody knows that the elbow was down.
I have an iPod for you.
Thank you, Coach.
For being on the post-game show, even though you're contractually obligated to, we have the 20-megabyte iPod for you.
For you.
F you, Sonny!
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you by giving you a nice gift from an audio and electronics store.
But the best is Larry, who's the play-by-play guy. Yeah. And what I love is the exhale. Right here at the end of the commercial, like, whew, this is stuff. Like he's broadcasting from New York on 9/11, or like he's broadcasting from Baghdad.
Very grim.
Here he is.
Can give us a lift next week because we got 2 tough games at home, and it's going to be a big deal for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Coach Joe Gibbs in the locker room. As always, brought to you by Jana's Government Marketing Division, providing Carmen Criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
I know you were reading your plug. I was trying to read mine at the same time for Maya Imco.
Buzz, would you please go to DynamiteWebsite.com?
Happily, yes.
Could you do that for us, Buzz?
I certainly could.
Guys, let me show Mike a picture. If everybody goes to today's show, the steaming log, take a look at this piece of ass. Mike, now, this chick's name is...
Hello!
Her name is... She's a supermodel. Petra
Nemkova?
Mike, that's her. That's it. That's her.
How about that? Huh? Before I even got the name up there, huh?
Now, the deal is that she's doing some thing with Clinton for tsunami. Apparently, with the Clinton handlers, they had 4 or 5 people whose only job it was to make sure that at no time was Clinton alone with this chick.
And never photographed alone.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me.
And that's, Buzz, that's the story that I kept reading today, that what they hated was even for him to get in a corner.
Just 1 minute.
Just be caught talking to her, that they had people whose only job it was to follow him around, not as security.
I believe it. I believe it. I really do.
No, and look at her. She's a piece of ass.
They're afraid it'll be used against Hillary in her campaign.
Now,
Petra, do you enjoy active love?
Also, maybe from a site, I don't know where I got this from. Oh, popbitch.com. I believe it. It's about Kathleen Turner. And let me relate this by saying Michael Douglas came out recently and said that he did not have a sex addiction after all those years, that he really was just an alcoholic.
Right.
Okay.
And he used it to hide the fact. Kathleen Turner, according to popbitch.com.
And we had this, just to retro this, we had the discussion, did we not? What's the deal? You know, is it better to come out and say you have a sex addiction or that you're an alcoholic?
No. Well, I thought we thought it was better to come out and say that you were an alcoholic.
Of course it is, yes.
So, Kathleen Turner, now this is from popbitch.com. I don't know how true this is, but I saw it today on the web. She wants people to know she's not alcoholic, even though she sounds drunk.
Hi, Rosie.
She said she has arthritis.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I've heard her talk about this before.
Maybe wouldn't come down to something like that. But they're also appearing on our show. Myra Emco Audio Video has a 20-gig Apple iPod for you. And
that's not Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen, I've got a drink for you.
Cut number 2. Here is Kathleen Turner. Here she is.
The idea behind it was that everything is a muscle in here, and the more you can stretch it, the more resonance you'll get.
So where do you put them?
So you put little end of pencils back in your back teeth, and it forces a little more space. You get used to opening the oral cavity more, and you get resonance.
Did you ever swallow one accidentally?
No, I never did, dear.
Never?
No, I never did. I don't think I'd want that. It works great for restaurants, because you call up and you say, I need a reservation for 2. This is Kathleen Turner, and they go, yes, it is.
All right, so she says...
I have that same kind of arthritis. It makes me vomit.
She says that she's not an alkie. She's got arthritis.
Yeah, and then somewhere like in the last 5 years, I think she developed a penis also. You can tell by listening to that tape.
My irony.
Hello.
What the hell was that one?
But I talk American.
Oh, was that I Talk American? Is that what she says there?
It has nothing to do with this empirical situation.
This empirical situation. Anyway, that's the latest on her.
She does commercials for New York Life, I think. You can hear that voice. New York Life, the company you keep.
What I don't get is that she's saying that she has arthritis, so she let everybody think that she's a drunk. She's maintaining that it's because of the shakiness of her hands and the fact that she couldn't sit still. But, I mean, listen to her talk. I mean...
Maybe wouldn't come down to something like that.
That's
they're also appearing on our show.
Now, are you doing that just to screw with me?
I don't know.
You
don't have the job yet, boy.
The idea behind it was that everything is a muscle in here, and the more you can stretch it, the more resonance you'll get.
she's talking about something else.
Kathleen Turner talks about her Daisy.
The idea behind it was that everything is a muscle in here, and the more you can stretch it, the more resonance you'll get.
So where do you put them?
So you put little end of pencils back in your back teeth, and it forces a little more space. You get used to opening the oral cavity more, and you get resonance.
Did you ever swallow one accidentally?
No, I never did, dear.
Never?
No, I never did. I don't think I'd want that. It works
Brassy.
great for restaurants, because you call up and you say, I need a reservation for this is Kathleen Turner, and they go, yes, it is.
The oral cavity.
It could be arthritis or alcoholism, but neither explains why she's fast-tracking her way to becoming Betty Davis.
Yeah, but with a lower voice.
I know, but why? No one should call someone dear.
Does anybody remember the movie way back, like a million years ago? It's probably been on TV, too. Body Heat?
Oh, yeah.
Where she was a certified piece of ass.
Right. Even as late
and I mean, it's not even age. It's the fact that she's turned into this, like, I'm Catholic. Her whole face looks different.
In Body Heat, that's when like they were in the room that had no air conditioning, right? And he was just banging her and banging her.
Just amazing. And she was like wearing all these sheer, flimsy blouses.
Hello.
She still looked good in Romancing the Stone.
Don and Mike show. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, we're doing great, thanks.
Wanted to thank you guys. I got up Saturday morning about 4:30, hiked into the woods to get ready for opening day of deer season, and I hear the Elvis Cup song in my head.
That's right.
And over. And about the only thing that got shot, I was about ready to shoot myself to get that damn song out of my head. So thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Play it for you one more time.
But only once.
I think we'll have the guy on who did the song in just a moment. Hello there. Don and Mike show.
Hey, guys.
Hi there.
Wanted to mention there was another great pregame plug that Larry slipped in when he was talking about the Tampa Bay running game.
Now, is this before the loss or after the loss?
This is pregame where he's still hyped up on goofballs.
Okay.
So he mentions, and Cadillac Williams has been dinged up.
Hold on one second, sir.
Sure.
I just want to get to the hook here.
Oh, sure.
Very pretty. Just for that guy that was that we messed up his morning hunt.
And for those of you not in the biz, the hook would be the lyric, the catchy part of the song.
Come see the Elvis Cup, and I'll still this what's up.
Elvis, what's up?
He loves you much, and thank you very much.
He loves you much, and thank you very much.
It's
beautiful lyric.
We'll have the guy on in a moment. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, that's okay. He was talking about the Tampa Bay running game, and he said, and Cadillac Williams has been dinged up the last few games. He'd be a lot better if he was Nissan Williams. So get down to your local Nissan dealer and test drive.
Wow. They're the worst.
Horrible.
Thank you.
Or you know, really, he should just give them. You know, I mean, the segues, don't try to do the segues. I mean, really, just do what you're required to do. Get it, the legal obligation.
That's right.
Should call him Nissan Williams.
Speaking of that, we're going to talk to the coach right now for your copiers. Oh, sorry about that.
We're here with Liddell Betts. Liddell, we have an iPod for you.
For you.
For you.
Here's an iPod for you.
An iPod for you.
Maybe we wouldn't come down to something like that. They'll appearing on our show. My MCO audio video has a 20 gig Apple iPod for you. And
for you.
I appreciate it. And if you want a home theater system, they can do that for you too. Okay. Log on to myrmco.com.
All right. Thanks, Liddell.
Thank you,
Liddell Betts.
Hey, you lost the game. You want a home theater system?
Jesus Christ, it's a football game, okay?
Is that something that we could interest you in?
Nobody died.
Yeah, right.
From MCO? Liddell Betts?
I heard coverage on on Katrina and Wilma. That wasn't that sad.
We're over here, it seems.
They're freaking 5-4.
The wave has caused quite a bit of devastation. Those waves brought to you by copiers.
I have something for you.
We're here talking to Liddell Betts, who lost everything in the hurricane. Liddell, I want you to know on behalf of the Washington area McDonald's restaurants, we're going to give you and your family a Happy Meal every day for the next 7 days.
That's a McDonald's giveaway brought to you by Subway Subs.
Oh, and one last Redskins whoring everything out point.
Yeah.
I myself, as a Redskins consumer, living in the Washington, D.C. area for over 20 years, I find myself conflicted because I like chicken. And I, of course, only want to eat the official chicken of the Redskins.
Always have.
So how am I to choose when in one commercial stop set I see an ad for the Colonel?
Yeah.
And that's the official chicken of the Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the next commercial set, it's Popeyes.
Right.
And that's the official chicken of the Redskins.
And really, to make it an even playing field, and pardon the pun, where's Church's?
Out of business. Mike Church's is out of business.
Sorry about
Otherwise, they'd be there.
Where's English's?
It's down at the shore.
Down the ocean.
English is down at the shore.
Good tasting Eastern Shore fried chicken.
Okay. Anyway, that's it. Next year they'll have a deal with Avion chicken. Avion. I'm trying to work the bird flu.
Avian chicken. Yeah.
This segment brought to you by KFC, the official fried chicken of the Washington Redskins, and by Popeyes, the official fried chicken of the Washington Redskins.
Tough loss, Coach.
I have a drumstick for you.
Yes, it's a tough loss, but
Yeah.
Larry, you did get in that beautiful plug for the Nissan Titan.
Cadillac Williams should actually be Nissan Williams. Listen, your participating Nissan dealers were very sorry about the loss.
Yeah.
This Nissan sponsorship brought to you by Toyota.
I'm trying to decide which is worse, Larry. The fact that we've just lost our 2,000th soldier in Iraq, or the fact that this weekend you can save up to $2,000 on the big screen of your choice at my Amco here in a very sad Washington Redskin locker room, Larry.
Very devastated. Locker room right here. We're trying to be as quiet as we can, but if you need any more commercial mentions, please give them to me, and I'll say them very quiet. Very quietly. The players are sitting in front of their lockers with their jerseys still on, and they're going to kick my ass.
We're hunting rabbits, Larry.
Be very quiet.
Okay, we could do this all night.
Yeah. It was great, though. I was showing my teeth laughing when I was listening to it.
The Elvis Cup. Not only the guy who owns the Elvis Cup, but the genius, the musical genius, who's brought us the song, the Elvis Cup.
Uh-huh.
Elvis Cups, brought to you by Dixie Cups.
A Don and Mike Show exclusive.
That's right.
This Don and Mike Show exclusive, brought to you by Exclusives.
We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Thanks, Buzz.
Tornado season over tomorrow.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Elvis was typecast in Hollywood, and his friends say he hated it. The plots were all the same. A girl, a song, a fight, and a kiss. But as frustrated as he said he was, Elvis never stood up to his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, who kept making million-dollar movie deals.
I'll tell you how bad he used to get in some of these pictures. He would hate him so much that his nose would start to bleed. The pressure of him thinking of what he was having to do. And
Come on, wasn't that also mostly because of the pills and the drugs he was taking?
No. This is in the 60s. And you used to have to get towels to stop the bleeding.
Wow. The Don and Mike Show. It's like a marrow transplant for your funny bone. The Don and Mike Show.
Okay. It's been a long time waiting.
Yeah.
We've not done Stars of Tomorrow today for a long time. We've not done the Soul Train Scramble. But today is the day that it's time to release the information
For spacious skies.
about Elvis.
For amber waves to
and the Elvis Cup.
Come see the Elvis Cup.
Now, we've got on our telephone lines, not only there's one guy, not only the guy that owns the Elvis Cup that's sold it on eBay, but the guy who's made the hit record, the Elvis Cup.
Wow. Who are these gentlemen?
First, let's welcome Wade, the man who has the cup. Hi, Wade.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Welcome back to the show. Now, Wade, have you sold the cup on eBay?
No, I initially sold the remaining little bit of water that was in the cup, but all I've sold on eBay is appearances of the cup.
Okay. Appearances of the cup. Do you have any plans to sell the cup itself?
No plans.
It's priceless, right? Of course.
Right.
And joining us now is I can't even remember how to pronounce your name. It's like Roofies. It's Ralphus. Is it Ralphus? Am I getting the name wrong?
Renelvis.
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 That's right. That's Renelvis.
Renelvis, how are you?
Just fine. Thank you very much, sir.
Now, Renelvis, where did you get the inspiration for what Mike and I consider to be maybe the biggest hit record since the Macarena?
Well, when I met Wade a couple of months ago, and I was excited because just before I met him, I also heard him in the radio locally.
Now, keep in mind that Wade is the guy who had a cup that allegedly had some fluid in it that was like backwash and leftover stuff from Elvis.
Right. And he's taken the cup around the world for a world tour.
World tour of the cup.
Of the fluid.
Exactly. When before I met Wade, I already heard about him in the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, at first I was smiling or laughing to myself about it.
Renelvis, where are you from?
I'm originally from the Philippines, but I've been here in Charlotte, North Carolina for 27 years.
Where are you from originally, sir?
Because I don't hear any accent.
The Philippines.
Well, I've been influenced locally by all the co-workers I work with,
So you've been in the country for 27 years.
27 years.
Oh, that's why there's no accent.
You should go to O'Mara's in Manassas tonight.
Yeah.
That's right.
You get yourself a half-price Corona.
It's fantastic.
So when I met Wade in that festival, and I said, oh, this is the one I heard in the radio. So I said, wow. I said,
that's right.
So weeks after that, I told Wade, I want to write a song about your cup. So I came up.
Yes, the cup, absolutely.
And did you have a full orchestra?
Face down, ass up.
Did you have a full orchestra in back of you when you?
Yeah, I cut it in the studio. I got the studio cut, and I can sing live and then have the background music.
Beautiful.
Which I did in the studio.
I'm a big fan of Filipinas. I think that all of you Filipinas.
Not only that, I also have released 3 albums already.
Wow. Really? What are some of your other hits that we might have heard of?
The hit song that has been played over on the radio is called Sad Song of Health.
Sad Song of Hell?
Oh, that's nice.
Sad Song of Hell is about quit smoking.
Oh. Is that Sad Song of Hell like H-E-L-L?
Or Help?
Help.
With a P.
E-L-T-H.
Oh, P as in Filipinas.
And I said, I give you a little sample. I said, what could you do to avoid lung cancer? Quit smoking.
That's very good. That's very
and that's what
it's pretty original sentiment.
Yeah, the Surgeon General said it's bad for your health.
That's true.
So quit smoking.
Health.
Health, yeah.
Renelvis, perhaps we can walk through this together. I've been working with my best buddy Mike for 20 years in radio. Right. But I worked for about 15 years before I even met Mike playing records in music radio. And I consider myself to be a bit of a fan of pop music. And I think even to this day, I know what makes a good hit record. I
did another song called Don't Drink and Drive.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
It's like he's played a lot of times.
It's almost like he's working public service messages into his music.
But, I kid my friends. When I first heard your song, I pointed to my ears, and one of my friends said...
You know a hit record?
Said, do you have an earache? And I said, you know what? No. Golden ears.
Yeah, that's right.
Golden ears. And... let's talk about the production values. Let's talk about the chord changes. Let's talk about what you consider to be the climax of this song. And I don't mean to get sexual, but let's face it, in every song, there's an orgasm. You tell me where the orgasm in your song is. Let's listen to your hit record. Here we go.
Elvis drunk water in a cup.
Like I said, and you sound exactly like Elvis Presley.
Thank you very much.
I'm just a guy with a wall full of gold records. What do I know? All I know is this is a cotton-picking smash.
Here's my favorite part right here.
Here we go now.
I'm seeing the Elvis cup. I asked Elvis what's up. He'll tell you that he loves you much. I thank you very much.
That's the orgasm right there.
Don't bathe with a toaster. There you go. That's right.
I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right there, that's the orgasm of the song. That's where you hit your peak, you hit your climax.
And I like the fact that you combine the words much, Very close. You don't hear that in a lot of songs, but you said thank you very much, and he'll say what's up.
He loves you much.
Yeah. He loves you much, and thank you very much.
That's great.
Where'd you get that idea?
Well, it just came up in my mind, and that's what I just wrote the lyrics in 15 minutes.
Wow. No,
15 minutes?
You're S-ing me.
Had to be longer.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Guys, I don't think we've ever heard. Hey, guys.
Yep.
I don't think we've ever heard the end.
Anybody out there listening?
It's got 15 seconds. Here we go. I bet it's a cold end.
Thank you very much.
You fooled me.
Oh,
hey, it was a fade.
Yeah, music fades.
It's a fade.
It's nice. Very nice.
May I suggest a title? How about Inhale, Then Exhale?
Tell us about your life in the Philippines. Go!
Well, thanks for playing that on the air, folks, and I really appreciate it. And if you need some,
Can we hear a cappella just without accompaniment? Can you sing just the chorus of "Come See the Elvis Cup"?
Here we go.
Come see the Elvis Cup and ask Elvis what's up. He'll tell you that he loves you much, and thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you. Wade, how do you feel, sir, as the man who owns the Elvis Cup? How do you feel when you hear Elvis singing that?
You know, every time I hear it, I'm speechless. I've got chill bumps all over me right now.
There you go. It's awesome.
It's a great tribute to the Elvis Cup, and I think it's just really fate that brought us together. You know, we're touring together. And it's a fantastic show. Elvis is popular around the region, and he does his...
What region would that be, Wade?
Kind of the southeastern region.
Sure. Southeastern.
Not only that, I've been to other states like...
the McBride region.
Yeah. Name your target city, your target market. What is the market down in the South, in the Southeast, that you consider to be your number one market?
Well, we want to hit the big cities. You know, we want to go to Atlanta. We want to go to New York. We want.
Now, come on. Let's get real. Let's get real. I mean, let's talk about like Birmingham, Memphis,
Baton Rouge,
Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
What the hell? Give me my book with our affiliate list.
Memphis, that's a good one. Yeah, Memphis, obviously the home of Elvis.
So you're touring together?
Yes.
Do you share a room?
And what happens is the Elvis Cup is on display before Elvis' show, and then he sings his songs.
Display.
And then he actually introduces me on the stage, and then I give a little oral history
of the cup.
Hey! Did you say that you do something oral?
That came out of my mouth. I knew you guys were going to get me on that. But anyway,
get him on that.
What do you give the oral history of the cup?
Yeah, and I answer questions from the audience, and I reintroduce.
What's the toughest question you've ever gotten about Wade?
Actually, yes.
What's the toughest question you've ever gotten about the cup?
I like to die.
There's always DNA questions and cloning questions, and
there you go
again. Me to prove that it's real, things like that. I want to know if they can drink out of.
How do you prove that it's real?
Yeah, how can I?
How do you?
Well, it's pretty easy. Number one, I've got two different photos. One photo of Elvis holding the cup, and then one of him standing beside of it.
Right,
but it's a styrofoam cup.
Yeah, but it's a styrofoam cup. Yeah, right. True. It's just a styrofoam cup.
When you guys are on the road together, do you have one room, or do you have an adjoining room, or how's that work?
Usually we would like to get separate rooms, but I would think that in the immediate future here, it's probably a single room.
Yeah, single room.
That's what I pictured.
don't think Elvis really snores, so it's not a problem.
How many suits does Elvis? Is he still on the line with us?
Yeah, I got over 50 suits, and
50 suits.
I made them all myself, and I have some special original suits that I designed myself, like the Spider-Man suit.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. Are any of your suits made of leather?
Yeah, the black leather.
Black leather.
Yeah. 68 comeback.
68 comeback.
Are you gonna write a song about Spider-Man?
Write a song about Wade?
Because we'll play it if you do.
Can you make up songs like on the spur of the moment?
Write one about Stan Lee.
Well, what's this topic?
How about how about this one? Come see the Don and Mike show.
How about? Sorry, Mike. That's great, but how about something
Don
from
and Mike show.
How about like? Au revoir.
Our producer Beth Ann is leaving to go to another job.
We're very sad about
I keep thinking of that David Gates song, "Goodbye, Girl."
Yes.
Because remember, goodbye doesn't mean.
So we want to say goodbye.
I have original songs that I wrote, tribute songs to Elvis.
Elvis, hold on. Can you make up a song that says goodbye to Beth Ann? Goodbye to Beth Ann. Goodbye to Beth Ann.
We're going to miss her. We're sad.
Could you sing a song for her?
What song?
Just make one up on the spot.
Make one up. Song called "Goodbye, Beth Ann." Here's your motivation. The woman's name is Beth Ann.
Beth Ann?
And she's leaving for another job. So the song would be...
And we will all be very sad to see her go. And could you sing a song about that?
Beth Ann, I'll miss you so much once you're gone in my arms.
Bethany B.
I wish you luck in your new
position. Fantastic. Very nice. I like I'll Miss You in My Arms.
One more. Perhaps a song about forbidden love shared by two men on tour. A song about forbidden love by two men.
You're making him work too hard. He already gave us the nice song about Beth Ann, who's taking a job at a station in Manila.
Oh, yes. Anyway, what I want to tell you folks is that I wrote a lot of Elvis tribute song, original song like Elvis Alive.
But Elvis is my new favorite Elvis guy.
Elvis movies. Elvis is still number one.
And I know he's from the Philippines.
Elvis the best.
But am I the only guy that's hearing a little Rocket 99?
Yes, that's what it was, and I didn't know what the hell it was.
Rocket get to the Safeway. Right. Got the Gribblies.
Can you say Rocket 99, Renelvis?
Rocket 99.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Well, listen, head back to the room, you two, and fill the cup.
Good luck with the cup.
Hey, to all your listeners, you can go to ElvisCup.States, just get a hold of us, and we're on the road.
You're goddamn right. You're as hot as...
I'd like to announce that I got my own website to renelvis.4t.com.
Yeah. What is it, Renelvis? What is that website again, Renelvis?
Renelvis.4t.com.
40?
4T.
You are as
Number
hot...
4 and letter T.
Number 4, letter T.
You're as hot as Ben Affleck. I mean that.
It was available.
Keep it up. Keep it up, dude. Okay, nice talking to both you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Love you so much.
Bye-bye.
Sure.
Goodbye.
Well, they were fun.
Rocket Night. Man, that was a good year.
Okay, come on, hang up, guys.
Bye. Hang up, guys. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Are they gone?
I'm still here.
Okay, hang up.
Hang up, Elvis.
Okay.
We're done. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that is a good year. Because the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm thinking that.
Rocket 99.
Whitey. Effing Whitey produced commercials.
We have your reservation, sir, but it was just one twin bed.
Rocking the reservation.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden,
Ernie Scar
found a way to bring good news to his people.
Up?
It's me.
He made it up.
All right, thank you, Elvis Cup guy. Let's go to Buzz now for the news and comments. Buzz, what's your lead? I know the new format now. What are your lead stories on news and comments tonight?
Tonight, if the bird flu doesn't get you, the Tamiflu might. Marion Barry's gasification machine, and the iPod becomes a sex toy.
Ooh.
Liddell, we have a sex toy iPod for your performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here's the gift that I got for you. Liddell. Enjoy.
We're here with Mark Brunel. Congratulations. Enjoy this Elvis Cup.
Elvis Cup brought to you by renelvis.4t.com and by comeseetheelviscup.com. It's devastating in here today.
Stay tuned for news and comments coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
Larry, that was very...
Oh, that was very professional.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
The Don and Mike Show. Coming up, handsome man recaps news in pleasing baritone. Stay tuned for this and more.
How's it? The Don and Mike Show.
Thank you, Dude Walker. Don't forget our website, It's open, I think, like 18 hours a day.
That's good.
At least 18.
DonnaMikeWebsite.com. Information there about our sexual bowling team.
Yes.
The sexual show bowling, which takes place Wednesday
night at Bowl America Fairfax.
You'll never look at pins the same.
And you'll never... Let me start again. You'll never see bowlers in that many positions.
Right. We'd love to meet you. That's Wednesday night. We're playing a bunch of listeners who have a team called the Pinheads. Our team is the Gutterballs. Right. See you there Wednesday night. Information on our website. Now, Buzz, before the news.
Yes?
You know, I'm a bit of a jingle freak.
Oh, I like jingles myself.
And I love the way a record sounds out of a great jingle.
Can't beat it.
Let me try the Elvis record out of one of my favorite jingles of all time.
This will be great.
Yeah, this is, this one I won't use. This is one of our jingles.
Don and Mike Show. WJFK.
See, that's a good one, but that's not a top of the hour. This is the top of the hour.
All right.
This is how you hit this, right? You go. It's almost 7 o'clock in the city of angels, and my name is Pete O. Oh. Hold on, I forgot I had the all hit there. Give me one more second. All right. Almost 8 o'clock in the city of angels. If we ask, say it, and win. This is Pete O'File. WNBA. With the most requested song of the hour. It's your favorite. It's Elvis.
Years ago, Elvis played a concert.
It's genius.
It was very strong.
Come see the...
8 o'clock in Butt Scratch, North Carolina. You're listening to the station. WNBA. Programmed by... Hold on a second. No, there's a better way. Hold on. Hold on. Coming to you from Mayberry, Mount Pilot.
Mount Pilot.
Screwed it up. Hold on a second. Coming to you from Mayberry and Mount Pilot, serving the Carolinas. Welcome to McBride Broadcasting. WNBA. Don't forget, it's petting to a point with the McBride Platter Patrol. And now, for Elvis.
Years ago, Elvis.
He jumps in too early,
very
too.
Nice.
He does. Oh, goddamn.
He's a genius.
Hi there, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Hi there.
The bad news, really, for the makers of Tamiflu, just as things were about to get good for the company, in Tokyo, 2 teenaged boys who took the drug died. In Japan, the prescription drug lists side effects. Side effects including abnormal behavior and hallucinations. In February, a 14-year-old took the proper dose after being diagnosed with influenza and went to his room.
Ooh, baby, I'm blue.
They found on the ground outside his building. Fingerprints on the handrail indicate he'd hung there barefoot before dropping to his death. Also last winter, a 17-year-old, also diagnosed with the flu, also taking the proper dose, died an unusual death. In pajamas and bare feet, he ran around in the snow, over a fence, over a guardrail, and in front of a moving truck. Neither boy had any history of psychological problems. As the Japanese distribution company wrote to Roche Labs, a causal link to the drug cannot be denied. Tamiflu inhibits the growth of flu virus in humans. That came as happy news with the talk of the bird flu pandemic. Now this not-so-happy news from a Tokyo newspaper. We'll let you know what happens next.
It makes you cuckoo with the flu.
Maybe he thought it could make him fly.
Maybe.
Bird flu. Hey, everybody, it's Al-Qaeda coming at you with another hour of all hits.
All hits. WNBA.
Most requested of the hour.
That's right. Bird flu, boy didn't. With quick diagnosis and proper treatment, people with the AIDS...
Bird flu.
Boy didn't.
Boy didn't.
Right.
Like that.
Thank you. Wish I'd thought of it sooner. With quick diagnosis and proper treatment, people with the AIDS virus can lead normal lives. But no one's ever been cured of it until maybe now.
You know what?
This is crap.
No, this is true. As far as we know, anyway, 25-year-old Andrew Stimson of Scotland says he's cured.
Rob's not cured.
His doctor says he's cured and with no treatment. The hospital says he tested positive and had the symptoms.
Just like Rob.
Then he tested negative.
Just like Rob.
Cured.
And had no symptoms.
Wow.
Is there something about this Andrew, something in Andrew that holds the key? Doctors are urging him to come forward for more testing. Quoting Andrew, if I have something to contribute, I am willing and ready to help.
Man, it's always things named Andrew.
Yeah.
I had every symptom but the weight loss.
Yeah, you gained, actually.
I did.
Better luck next time. Welcome to 2005. Time magazine has just named as its invention of the year a dog.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Now, is this one of those, like, Sony mechanical dogs?
No, this is a real dog if you count the ones that are cloned. Remember Snuppy, the world's first cloned puppy?
Snuppy?
He's now a 5-month-old Afghan hound, the creation of 45 scientists at a Korean. No, they cloned them. Snuppy's genes.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Mike. Speaking of, and I'm not speaking of dogs here.
Yeah.
Where is Jessica? Isn't it about time for her to go to the gym?
You are smooth.
You are. You are the smoothest.
She's not a.
I know.
She couldn't be further from a dog.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's why you
true.
shouldn't have brought her up, in reference to this discussion.
An unfortunate juxtaposition.
I seen her today, but she did not drop the log off today.
Baby.
That's funny,
I
too.
didn't know you looked forward
Especially
to
since
that.
we were talking about corn earlier in the
That's
show.
right.
Hold on a second.
Let's her up. She was here. I saw her earlier. Looked lovely. Doing her work.
There's the phone ringing.
Hello.
Hey, she went home sick.
Oh.
I know, I'm sorry. She didn't feel well.
Bad pancakes.
Avian flu?
I'm not saying nothing.
I keep thinking of Walk This Way by Aerosmith. Not the one that you, but the real young leader, but the rabbit died.
Rabbit done that.
Couldn't be me.
Snuppy's genes came from a single cell. One cell.
Oh, just hang up, Beth Ann. That's all right. You quit anyway.
Snuppy?
Send her something right after we send something to Fez Wiley.
Well, that's nice.
Send them the same gift.
Same gift?
Same gift.
Oh, sure.
Matter of fact.
Wonderful.
Something from the Buccaneers. A single cell created this puppy, taken from the ear flap of an adult Afghan hound. Time Magazine Inventions of the Year issue also features a robotic cat.
Bad idea to clone dogs.
Really? Why?
I just think it's a bad idea. Okay. Listen to what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
That's not a dog sound. Listen to that.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Seriously, listen to that.
That's against
It's
nature.
like a sales meeting.
This all came from a dog's ear. Jesus.
As far as former Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry is concerned, the invention of the year is an energy machine.
I'm a big energy machine, make power.
Have you heard about... Now, Buzz, I know you have the story.
To make a selection, press 1.
Tomorrow, it'll be the return of the BlackBerry.
Oh, good.
On the show.
Everyone loves that.
The essence of the story, and I am definitely going to need some help on this. I was reading yesterday. Marion Barry, mayor for life in Washington, D.C., somehow has come in contact with a contraption that, as far as I can tell, works like a DeLorean in Back to the Future. You put garbage in.
Waste of, they don't say what kind, but some kind of waste.
Like Marty McFly. Back to the Future.
Turns into gasoline.
Biff. Biff's a bad guy.
Turns the waste into clean water and electricity, according to the claims.
That's right, the time continuum.
And it does this cheaply and cleanly. Now, a city councilman, Barry is backing the machine's inventor.
Huey Lewis in the news going back time.
He let the guy set up the machine in a parking lot in his 8th ward. The big public demonstration of the device was supposed to be later this week.
Marty, Doc, and Biff.
But the influential minister of the church across the street saw evil and smited it.
You'll drive right through the clock.
He believes the machine is dangerous.
12 midnight.
And
12 midnight. Better get back in time, Marty. There's that clone dog again.
The minister
demanded
the machine be moved. So the first public demonstration of this new energy machine is now planned for just after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's going to revolutionize the world than dog cloning.
The demonstration will be held near a sewage treatment plant.
18.1 gigabytes for time travel.
Gentlemen, I am pleased to announce we now officially have the busiest internet shopping day of the year.
What is that?
I'll tell you when we come back.
Oh, it's time for a break.
Go ahead, tell us now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the busiest internet shopping day of the year.
Hey, Buzz?
It is, yes?
Hold on. I just screwed with everybody.
Ah.
There you go. That's how you build an audience, Buzz.
All right.
We have a flux capacitor in Ward 8.
We'll be right back with the internet thing that Buzz is talking about.
This is the Don and Mike Show. This is the Don and Mike Show.
A lot of shows come out of the gate big, but do you think this will last?
Totally. Everybody's talking about the show. It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's got buzz and all that, but it's also really good. So when people do show up, they see how great it is.
The Don and Mike Show.
It's time to make Stinky with Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Todd Rundgren. I love Todd Rundgren. His band, before he became Todd Rundgren, was Runt. Thank you, Buzz. There you go.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Runt.
Yes.
Runt, R-U-N-T?
That's correct.
Bend over and spell that.
Mike.
You're talking to Mr. T when you're saying that.
That's right.
R-U-N-T.
I was looking for something
Wrong
else.
tape. Listen, we're having fun. We're laughing now.
Yeah.
But let's not forget.
No.
The Washington Redskins lost a very important game yesterday.
Tragic.
It's not any time to be talking like that.
She's a whiny little runt, isn't she? I said runt.
Hey, there you go. Thank you,
It's
Robert.
the tape Rob was looking for, but there's no time for levity.
That's right.
Copiers.
Can give us a lift next week. We got 2 tough games at home, and it's going to be a big deal for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
All right,
Well, you
Coach
can
Joe Gibbs in the
tell
locker room.
How
As always,
difficult
brought
it
to you by
is.
Kansas City Division, providing Carmen criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
You know what? I swear to God.
That's classic.
Hey, where's our underneath Hallelujah? You know, the organ music.
Sad music.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be perfect.
Yeah. Come on, hold on. Jesus Christ.
They should be
If
together.
only it was handy.
There it is. There it is.
Stuck.
Come on.
There it is. No, really.
This is
Only
appropriate background music.
Yes.
Only I can say this, so let me say this. This is a tape of Larry Michael at my wife's funeral.
Oh, God.
God, we all really miss Frida. Really, we do. I love her so much. How about you, Larry? Sonny?
Can give us a lift next week because we got 2 tough games at home, and
I miss her, too.
it's going to be a big deal for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
I know, guys.
All right,
Well, you
Coach
can
Joe Gibbs in the
tell.
locker room.
How
As always, brought
difficult
to you
it
by
is.
Canada's Government Marketing Division, providing Carmen criteria certification on select image runner copiers.
I appreciate it.
You read the sponsorship tags on that occasion.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
You're really good friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard a little perspective.
Okay?
Jesus.
And I mean,
That
you know this.
music did it.
I mean, no disrespect to
No, I
my
know you
sweet
don't. Of
angel.
course not.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah, like you're going to do that.
these guys are talking in a tone like people
Oh.
talked at my wife's funeral.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
It's
It's a
amazing.
freaking game. They're 5-4.
Right.
They're 5 and goddamn 4.
Come on now.
We got an iPod for you, Liddell.
Maybe
Here's
we can
an
come down,
iPod.
something like that.
For you.
They're all appearing on our show. Myramco Audio Video has a 20-gig Apple iPod for you, and
I appreciate it.
and if you want a home theater system, they can do that for you too.
Okay.
Log on to myramco.com.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Liddell.
Thank you,
Liddell
Liddell.
Betts.
Thanks. Yes.
Sorry.
So sad in the locker room.
Sorry for
So
your loss.
sad. So sad. These jackasses. Seriously. They are. All of them. Christ. You're 5
Oh, God.
5-4.
The way you said it's almost like Johnny Dog. You're 5-4.
Yeah, right. I'm pulling your wang.
Anybody catch him on Letterman on Friday night?
I didn't, but I'm going to watch it when I get home tonight.
Not his best.
Really, but still just funny to see him.
Yeah, at one point.
You got to be a fan. That man, it means Letterman's a fan if he's keeping him on the show.
So he's out there and he lights his cigarette, of course, and Letterman says, "Hey, Johnny, you're not allowed to smoke in here." And he goes, "Yeah, like you don't blow smoke up celebrities' asses every night. Whoa! And he's got an iPod, and he says he's watching a video iPod. It says, "Did you buy that?" Yeah, on my salary. I found it in the office. I found it in the audience. He says, "So what I'm going to?" And he says, "Are you going to return it?" And he says, "If by return it you mean pawn it and buy some whores, yes." Meanwhile,
now, do you think is it going over the audience's head or what?
This is a throwaway bit on Letterman on Friday night with the world's oldest page that I think two people in the world think are funny: David Letterman,
right,
and me.
Right.
And I know you guys do.
We do, too.
And I know you guys do as well. I don't mean that like I'm an exclusive club.
No, I know. But it's a limited club, I'm sure.
I don't think, and I had to sell you guys on the concept.
Yeah, well, but you sold it well and you sold it accurately, but you don't think the audience is tracking with it?
Not at all.
And it's because the guy's a little scary, maybe.
Yeah, right. I'm pulling your wang!
As a matter of fact, if you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm last night, I had a feeling that the guy who's the across the street neighbor from Larry David,
right?
I thought that was the pulling your wang guy.
Yeah. Really?
It's not. It's not the same guy, but I thought it was.
It was I thought it was a very good Johnny Dark segment and a particularly good exit on his part.
Oh, good. Well, don't tell me because
I won't, but you'll enjoy it.
I won't
look for that.
You'll like it, Mike.
He didn't twist out this time.
No, he.
Hey, don't ruin.
Well, what do I care? He does both.
Okay.
He twists out and he rides the horse out.
Okay.
Wow.
That's worth it. I'll watch it. That doesn't ruin it.
It's 4 minutes out of the show. And imagine what your son thought. So when Rob and Robert came over on Saturday, Robert's running all over the house. The first thing I said to Rob was, "Did you see Letterman last night?" He said, "Yeah, we saw it." I said, "Let's watch it again."
Robert didn't seem to get it.
He did not.
No, I'm amazed that a 3-year-old wouldn't track it.
Yeah, right. I'm pulling your wang!
Oh, you know what? Here we are talking about the Redskins losing, and we're right in the middle of Buzz's news.
What?
For goodness sakes, Buzz, I'm so sorry.
That's quite all right. It is official. The busiest internet shopping day of the year. This year, Monday, December 12th.
Why?
This is what the online retailers have decided. They say that's the day that we'll give them all our money. They say that every year their busiest day is a Monday, usually the one a couple of weeks before Christmas. Their theory is that's when people buy the stuff they couldn't find when they all went to the mall over that particular Saturday and Sunday. The brick and mortar stores, the Friday after Thanksgiving is the busiest shopping day of the year. There are ways to keep your computer from storing or at least displaying your Google searches, but Robert Petrick of Durham, North Carolina, didn't bother to use them. So when the prosecutor accusing him of murdering his wife looked through Bob's computer, he found the word neck, snap, and break. And the prosecutor says he can show that the words were searched in the days leading up to Mrs. Petrick's demise.
That wasn't in the Spiewak computer, though.
Rob Spiewak!
I don't know what's in Rob's computer, but
I don't know how to do the internet.
things are not looking good for Bob.
Snap, break.
NASCAR and the iPod sex toy when we continue.
You know what? I know I said this before, but go ahead.
Really?
You sure?
You're not teasing?
No, take a minute.
Okay, while we're on the crime
kidding.
page,
Yeah.
police at least now know who they're looking for in a string of odd bank robberies. Candace Rose Martinez is suspected to be the woman who apparently robbed 4 banks here in Northern Virginia.
What was her name?
While chatting on the cell phone. The Candace Rose Martinez.
Guilty.
In each case,
I've seen her. She's a hot-looking chick, but still, based on the name, guilty.
I like the phone trick.
In each case, she showed the teller a note and a gun while talking into a cell phone during the entire transaction. Police got a warrant for Martinez's arrest, and they're eager to ask her things like, why? Was it to make you look unsuspicious? Was there really anyone on the other end of the conversation? If so, who? And were they giving instructions?
So you've got to understand, this has been a big story in D.C. for about a week. They have
surveillance. Yeah, they got surveillance for the ladies on camera.
Well, you see this piece of ass chick walk up to the bank teller, and she's got the cell phone.
Nicely dressed.
You would never know she's holding up a bank. And I guess she's very bold and very brazen, and she's done it, 4 or 5 times now?
4 or 5 times, always with the cell phone.
Shows them the gun in her purse, which I don't know if she does juggling the phone, but she does it.
You know what she said to me?
What?
Is that a roll of quarters in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? Where is Elvis?
Now NASCAR and the iPod sex toy when we continue.
Thank you, Buzz.
You're
Be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
The Don and Mike Show.
It's the home of Helen Lejos and her 14-karat gold corduroys. The Don and Mike Show.
Had a shelf life on it. Here's Buzz Girdley. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. In sports, NASCAR hothead Kurt Busch was suspended by his own team yesterday for reckless driving off the track.
Nice. Oh, Busch.
Friday night, Busch had a run-in with a sheriff's deputy near the Phoenix International Speedway. Police say Busch first tried to lose them and then gave them a lot of profanity-laced back talk. They say they smelled booze on his breath, didn't pursue that charge. His team says it's just run out of patience for Kurt. Kyle Busch, Kurt's 20-year-old brother, won yesterday's race.
The reason they didn't pursue the booze with him was that the breathalyzer malfunctioned on the side of the road.
Thank you.
So this guy was on TV yesterday during the NASCAR saying, I want everyone to know that alcohol is not a factor. Alcohol was not a factor. Just because the guy got the lucky break.
I should have lost you.
The lucky break that anybody out there.
Here's an iPod for you.
Anybody out there driving drunk right now, I wish you the same luck as Kurt Busch.
Yes.
I wish that you get pulled over and that the thing breaks.
Look, honey, the breathalyzer broke.
So they just let him go.
Finally, lots of companies not connected with iPod are making iPod accessories. Here's
Larry, I don't know if you just heard Don and Mike making some comments about driving drunk. I know that they don't mean that, especially in this locker room. That's a tough loss to Tampa Bay.
You're right, Sonny. This is a devastating environment to be in right now. This devastating environment brought to you by beer.
Brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Joe Ottinger.
Yes, weekends here. Have a can of beer with George.
Tonight on Larry's show, do you think he'll be discussing the chicken issue?
I'm not quite sure, but we're going to have to stay in tune and find out whether it is indeed KFC or Popeyes.
They're both running ads saying that they are the official chicken of the Redskins. We are speaking in hushed tones because we're in the locker room and they've lost a game.
This chicken discussion brought to you by Purdue.
It's a healthy obsession.
Finally.
Kelly, I miss Frank.
A lot of companies
Purdue,
not connected.
Not Herzog.
Right. Frank Purdue. A lot of companies not connected with iPod are making iPod accessories. Here's one now. A British company that makes vibrators now also makes an iPod attachment.
Yeah. Hello.
I think you see where this is going.
See, look at Beth. You quit on the wrong day, didn't you?
The vibrator hooks up to the iPod and pulses with the music.
The goodies are coming.
Louder means faster, by the way. The iBuzz from Gadget Candy sells for under $30, and the company expects to sell out before Christmas. I would call it the perfect stocking stuffer, but that's not where you're supposed to put it.
Oh, for Christ's sake, BA, there's pieces of me scattered from here to Pittsburgh on these football fields.
I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
That's it. We got to fly like the bird flu.
Yeah.
We gotta get out. We'll be back tomorrow with a new episode. We got to fly. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you. Good day to do that day.
Oh, the do that day.
And you.
I think the studio is haunted.
Goodbye, everybody.
Why do you think it's haunted?
They stole that CD.
Till we meet again, this is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
It's the Don and Mike Show on Pittsburgh's new talk station, The Edge, 1550.
With all the rain we've had lately, is your car covered with mud? Are the windows clean? It might be a good time to clean your vehicle. If you're looking for a quick, reliable, and inexpensive self-serve car wash, check out Weston Enterprises' 4 convenient locations. On McLaughlin Road, close to the Bridgeville Borough in Upper St. Clair. On Kennywood Boulevard, just 1/4 mile from Kennywood McDonald's in Duquesne. On Route 48, Mosside Boulevard, only 1/4 mile from the Gateway High School in Monroeville. And on West Carson Street, right across from Caravelli Chevrolet in the Keys Rocks. Each self-serve location has new vacuums for great suction, lots of soap, lots of water pressure, and great foam brushes. Treat your ride and clean it today at one of the Weston Enterprises conveniently located self-serve car washes near you. Oh, by the way, don't forget to clean the mirrors.